If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh,
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not right.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Happy Friday to everybody out there. As we got a fun one for everybody here going into the weekend. We got Canes in action tomorrow. As you know, before we get into all this ranking stuff that we and Leroy have been quibbling about all year, got TCB. Got to take care of those Hokies who randomly hired James Franklin this week, which I always think is a weird situation. Like, he's there patrolling the entire program. He's ready. He's like a buzzard hanging over, ready to take over.
Would you give up 40?
Well, remember,
I don't think so.
Remember, that's how
That's
we
pretty
heard
crazy.
my family.
His buyout from Penn State just to sign this deal with Virginia Tech.
Crazy, man. So, hello, Leroy. How are you?
What's happening?
Yeah,
You know, they were talking about the James Franklin of signing him soon as he left Penn State. They've been talking about that right away.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more amazed that you look at some of these smaller, I won't say smaller, schools that we don't normally think of spending money on their program. That NIL has got people stepping up a little bit. So they spending a lot of money for coaches. You know what's next. If the coach is coming, that means NIL is coming, because the coach ain't going to go there if they ain't going to support the program.
Yeah, I would agree. You got him, and then, you know, there's a lot of stuff surrounding Lane Kiffin right now. It seems like he's going to probably jump ship seemingly to Florida.
Right. Vlad, by the way, depending on the contract, a lot of times with these coaches, if you sign a new contract, the previous school only has to pay you the difference.
I get it, but still, I'm not giving up $40 million from Penn State. Like, you know, I know you're going to sign me. Well, you can sign me. You don't have to sign me now.
Take a year off, like put your feet up for a little bit.
After the season is done, I'm still going to try to figure out how to get as much money from, you know, Happy Valley as I can to be happy.
But as far as if they paying him $9-10 million a year, what's the, you know what I mean? He getting his money.
Either way, I suppose he's going to be watching whatever he's got on that roster tomorrow when the Canes go to Blacksburg for a high noon start. You, of course, can hear that right here on QAM as the Canes, 2 games left in this regular season, both on the road, conference opponents. So
Sleepy nooner,
which never fun. I guess I like it better than a night at Blacksburg where weird stuff can happen.
Definitely better than night.
Oh yeah, you don't want them riled up from to day's activities.
Yeah,
I was there. Probably it was the scariest moment of my life. Like, when I felt like I could smell the racism.
Wow.
Smell the racism and moonshine just spewing out of them.
I think they were was it Virginia Tech? I always forget if it was West Virginia or Virginia Tech, whoever. So one of their fans had like a really classless Jose Fernandez poster like right before they played. I can't remember which Virginia it was. I think it was Va Tech though.
Never go there during Halloween weekend. That's the worst. Oh, they lose their minds.
Crazy, man. So, yeah, that gets going tomorrow. You guys can, of course, hear that as the Canes need to finish out this season strong. So listen to that right here on QAM. Speaking of strong, last night.
What do you call a 1-0?
You called a shutout, dude. They literally have a
no. No.
Called a shutout.
Instead of a 2-1 filthy, it's got to be another little.
Leroy, it would be called shutout if you don't score a goal or
All
you
right,
don't score a
I
point.
got you.
It's as classic a term as there is. One of the all-timers. Span sports.
Yeah, that's true.
The
-1.
Panthers defeat the New Jersey Devils 1-0. Got my buttons up there, Vlad. Let's hear a little bit of Doug Plagens last night. Sam Reinhart. He would score the lone goal for the Cats in the first period.
And it's stolen away, then right back along. Boko's got it back. Reinhart left side in. Shot!
That's
He
it.
scores! Upstairs, Sam Reinhart opens the scoring with 7:02 left in the first. Tuck that one upstairs just under the bar. The Panthers have a 1-0 lead.
Right where Mrs. Mola keeps the peanut butter.
That's great. They played a game on, was it Tuesday night?
Mhm.
Monday night? No, Monday night. They played a game 8-5.
Yep.
Just highlights. Last night, just one goal.
One goal and a Sergei Bobrovsky shutout. This was the final call on the Cats radio last night.
Now the Devils left to right across your radio. Bratt, Mercer near side. Mercer up the wing, lost it. Here's Reinhart, backhands to center. Meyer grabs it back for New Jersey. 30 seconds. Back inside the Devils zone. Nemitz to Bratt. Bratt dumps it in. Around the top of the dasher to the near corner it rolls. Gritzik. Then Bratt out front. This one jammed up. Bobrovsky a piece of it. Gritzik to the line. Nemitz. Gritzik. Down low, Bratt into the circle. Bratt walks it out front, a shot. Couldn't get it through. Now he sure keeps it alive. Gritzik near side. Bratt at the line. 2 seconds, 1 second. Long shot. Save Bobrovsky. Little rebound. Left and it's wide. The Panthers weather the storm. And they win it 1-0 over New Jersey tonight. The Panthers winners over New Jersey. It's a 30-save shutout for Sergei Bobrovsky. His second shutout this season and 51st in his National Hockey League career. 1-0. The Panthers get it done over the Devils tonight.
And that 30th save, huge.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Free Chick-fil-A.
Uh-huh.
Sergei Bobrovsky is feeding America. Well, feeding South Florida fans. And you got to get the Chick-fil-A app. But free Chick-fil-A from Sergei Bobrovsky on top of the 1-0 shutout yesterday, right at the end.
Whew, I'm telling you what, when they go empty net and there's like a minute left, the action is unbearable. I'm like,
He was on one yesterday, and you guys mentioned the Canucks game where
What was that?
Squeaky cheeks.
So if I put a quarter in there, 2 dimes and a nickel come out.
no,
Squeaky
you put a
cheeks.
piece of coal in there, you're going to get a flawless diamond.
So Sergei Bobrovsky, this was him after the game. This was him focused on getting the shutout.
It's every game is a different game. Sometimes you have different shots. You face the different shots, different teams. So I felt comfortable the last game too. I didn't feel uncomfortable. I was there. I was focused. They scored good goals. They scored 5, but they scored good goals. It was backdoor, top end. They made a good place, and I give credit to them for those goals. And tonight I felt great too. So I played my game. I was focused, and I tried to help the guys as much as I could.
Do you get as nervous as I do when the goalie goes behind the net to get the puck and guys are skating all over the place?
No, I trust Bob with his stick handle. He always is a big poker too. He goes. That's when
I trust him. It still doesn't make me any less nervous when I see nobody in front of the net.
Paul Maurice, this was him on Sergei getting a shutout and just continuing his legendary career.
Kind of feel that, don't you? Like that's been a bit of a story of the career, and certainly for number one goaltenders. If you didn't like one of Sergei's games, you're pretty sure you're going to like the next one, right? He was right on tonight, right and clean with everything they did. There's a lot of danger that we'll watch that game on video and you'll be really impressed with the little deflections. They have the wonderful hands on that team, and he made some great saves.
Yeah, he is the danger. That's what's happening. Panthers got the Oilers in town tomorrow night. So there you got that.
Rematch.
Yep, little cup rematch. Hurricanes men's basketball, they beat Elon, the Fighting Musks. They win 99-72 yesterday, so the Canes improved to 4-1. Their lone loss coming to Florida over the weekend. So good job by Jay Lucas and the boys last night. And Thursday night football.
Woo!
Headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Home of the pricey tour, lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com.
Somebody had the Texans.
You did have the Texans. Well, they won flat out. They took out the Bills 23-19. We'll get into a little bit coming up. We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM as we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Last night, Thursday Night Football, you had the Bills getting stomped out by the Houston Texans defense.
You know that is the best, statistically, that's the best defense in the league.
Well, they looked like it last night, dude.
Yeah.
They looked like it last night. They sacked him 8 times, picked him off twice, recovered a fumble.
How they get to the Moose? They one of the few teams to get to the Moose and get him down every time.
They're fast.
But they got fast mooses themselves.
All of their mooses are so fast.
Oh my god.
Neil Hunter, Will Anderson.
He got he got annihilated yesterday.
That's not the team you could do that backyard things, that backyard play with.
Because they more athletic than you.
Right. Like he turned, there was a lot of times he was like doing that back. He turned around, boom, right into a sack. Like you can't do that with a team with that much speed and power on the outside. Nah, bro.
It goes to show you that as great as some of these quarterbacks are, sometimes you need a well-timed effort, meaning that you need to throw the ball with timing to avoid some of that. He never seemed to do that. Like every ball was thrown after like 3 seconds.
He was hurt, bro. After a game like that, what happens? Is that like a you're in the training room for like 3
because it's a road game, so you might get a little ice.
When you get back.
You get home, because it's gonna be late, you just go to sleep. You get up because you got to get up in the morning. They probably have something on Friday where you just go and kind of burn, kind of get some kind of workout in. And then the weekend, you got a couple of extra days. They might give them sometimes they give you till next Wednesday off. Since Monday's work on Friday.
We've seen them rally back. I mean, they did this a couple of years ago when the Dolphins yacked up the division. I mean, we've seen them come from behind in the back, third of the season.
But this team is structurally different. Like they don't protect as well. We tend to always say this, that the quarterback is so good it doesn't matter who you have at wide receiver. Well, in a game like that, it does matter. Those guys got to separate. And it wasn't happening. So he was holding on to the ball, playing right into the hands of Houston.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously knew. I mean, they wouldn't have made such a push for Waddle if they felt comfortable with their skills. It just doesn't seem like there was much out there for them to go get for him. We saw, sometimes these teams get too cute with the weapons when they have the quarterback. They think, we could just have whatever.
We can put anybody in there.
The Chiefs kind of, obviously the Patriots for years ruined that, and so did the Chiefs a little bit. But even they got to a point where it's like, hey, you need to give him some weapons. Like it can't be nobody. It can't be just Kelsey breaking down.
Well, the difference between what Kansas City did in New England, Kansas City won championships with elite speed on offense. And they kind of lost that for a couple of years and they won again. And so they thought, well, okay, we don't have to go out and spend big money or use draft capital for this. But then they start struggling. So now they're trying to get back to that. What New England did, New England had guys that fit their offense to a T. So they didn't necessarily have that big play threat except for Randy. The year they had Randy Moss, but they had guys who were going to be where you wanted them to be. They ran through the tight end. They did a lot of that intermediate stuff, but the guys that did it were really, really good at it. And so it's a little bit different in that Buffalo doesn't have that kind of game to go to. All they have is Cook.
Schmieden says, this ends with Tyreek going to Buffalo next year. I mean, I guess, dude, but listen, I don't know. Right. I don't know what he's going to be like. Like first of all, he looks, I mean, if you've seen any of the videos of him, he's like, this is a really bad injury that he's coming back from. The guy can barely walk right now.
Well, they probably, I wonder if they put any pins in.
I don't know.
Sometimes they put pins to hold everything, and then they go take them
the
out.
other direction. I mean, they said this is something that could take multiple surgeries. You know,
Right.
like that.
But that's what I mean. The multiple surgeries is they set it, they put pins in it, and then the next surgery is take the pins out. So that's where we're going there. But yeah, it's depending on what else was damaged. Sometimes you can dislocate something and they put it back in place and there's no bone breaks or ligament damage or anything like that, and the recovery is a little different. By him needing surgery, I'm assuming that there were some other kind of injuries and they had to structurally fix the ankle. Now, the thing about ankles is I don't know how you maintain your speed if you lose range of motion. And that'll be the thing, the determining factor of how Tyreek's going to look, because he may be able to run, but without that mobility with that ankle, he's going to look like he's mashing ants.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, right now they're still like one of the top wild card teams, but just by a game, like they're holding on to it. Man.
They're holding on.
They got tiebreakers.
They don't have the Houston tiebreaker anymore.
Right.
Houston's on their heels.
Yeah, here's the other thing: is Buffalo good enough to use this phrase? Just get to the playoffs and we can do something there. See,
no, because I've been telling you guys that somebody's been on the foreman, and you like, no, why should he be on? Come on. That's last night's the reason why I've been saying Sean McDermott's on the foreman grill. And if he doesn't get them to the Super Bowl, they look like a wild card loss. They look like a
the problem is he's the defensive coach and their defense is getting abused.
Well, and guess what? If your defense is getting abused and you think
they hire don't they have Brady? Do they have Brady?
Or got Joe Brady's their offensive coordinator.
But he's on the foreman, and it's just been turned up.
Bit. Obviously, any coach that is out there, we've talked about this with the Dolphins, is like there's not like this great bevy of coaches that are out there, like this huge hotbed of prospects. I know everybody's kind of into Chris Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator, because of what he's been doing with them, especially to Sam Darnold and whatnot.
Do we need a defensive coach or do we need an offensive coach?
The Dolphins?
Yeah.
Depends on who your quarterback is.
I don't know.
Well, again, I don't think anything's going to happen until after next year.
We don't know. I mean, like the Dolphins are like, look, it's nice what they've done. I mean, it's cool. It's great to see that they haven't given up on McDaniel. That wasn't a well-played football game that they just had.
No, it wasn't. But
so, like, I'm not sitting like I don't think the guy. They may just do that because it's status quo and that's the best to do it. But I don't think Mike McDaniel's proven anything yet, other than his team doesn't pack it in about him. But there's still a lot of things about the team where you're just like, oh, all right.
No, I'm not saying that they're doing it because Mike McDaniel, is doing anything. I'm saying they do it because if you're going to have Tua for another year, you might as well keep his coach. To say we're going to keep Tua for another year and then bring in a new coach with a new offense. Now you're giving, it's almost like Tua can't play in this offense, blah, 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 or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's all up for grabs. Like, I don't think we can make any determinations till the season's over. Because I think if they go on a run, okay, I'll see that argument. But, people I still will be concerned that it's not good enough. If they go in the toilet, then I can see them not going with Tua. If Tua gets hurt again, what if Tua, gets another concussion? It's too much of a wild card to know or make any definitive statements that Tua is for sure going to be back. Mike McDaniel's going to surefire be back. Like,
I mean,
it's too much. It's too much in flux.
I'm just keeping it real. That's like I'm saying. I'm going with if everything, if Tua doesn't get hurt or whatever, Tua will be your quarterback next year.
Depends on the record. Like, what is the record though? That has to be like if they're 7-10. Like you think you're just okay with them just going back and
no, it's not. It's not a matter of being okay with the result. The problem is that who's going to take a job that has $100 million in dead cap?
Supposedly it's a very, I mean, like, look, all this stuff is just out there because, who knows what the report's true, but supposedly it's a coveted job. I think everybody looks at it as a glamour market with an owner who's going to spend, if you get to start off fresh and pick everything. I mean, Sean Payton went to the same situation in Dallas.
Yeah, but see the one thing, I mean, in Denver,
excuse me.
The one thing about Sean Payton though is he is a guy who's had success and could make a move like that, and they were patient with it, right? Like when they took that hit with Russ, they just took the hit, and they were going to be patient because it was Sean Payton that was a coach. Who's the coach that you're going to bring in that you can do that and eat that cap money, knowing it's going to be a couple of years?
I think everybody knows.
And weather the storm of the team being bad, because all you're going to start talking about is getting rid of the next coach.
I don't think it's fair to do.
Nobody's that patient though, man.
I don't know what you like. What do you have this whole thing of people aren't patient? Like the first of all, this guy has been here for 4 years. His record's gotten worse every single year. He's definitely gotten patience. The previous GM was here
That's not what I'm arguing.
Was in charge for a decade and has been here for 20 plus years. So the ownership has been patient.
But the point that I'm making is this: with $100 million in dead cap, and you know it's going to take 2 or 3 years, you're going to have to hire a guy that everybody's going to feel comfortable with seeing it through. If you bring in a young new coach and he struggles the first 2 years, everybody going to want to run him out too.
I don't know, dude.
So what I'm saying is,
I think it's a weird way to go about decisions. Like, we can't, because nobody will be patient with whoever we bring in. Like, let's just say they brought in Chris Shula. Like, let's just say, hey, this is going to be your first gig. You know it's going to stink. Like, I mean, Stephen Ross has allegedly offered to pay for losses before because he wants to tank and get it right. Like, I think that's all the guy really wants. I think the fan base, does this feel like a fan base that's backing McDaniel and Tua right now? Not really. So you don't think that understanding is going to be there?
So, all right. I know what this looks like, right? I know how fans react to just losing, regardless of what your situation is. You making it sound like people are going to be understanding if they bring in a young new coach and they struggle the first 2 years. They're not.
You only have 2-3 years in all of sports.
Yeah,
to show something.
Yeah, but so why, if you're a young coach, would you take a job that you know is going to be 2-3 years and you might not even be able to see it through?
But if you're showing improvement in those 2-3 years, I think they'll do it. Like Dan Campbell was a young coach, and they started out 0-11. Then they started the next year 1-6. They finished 8-9. Guess what? They showed signs of.
I got you. I understand all that. All I'm doing is putting up all the reasons and scenarios as to why I don't know if I would go that route. I understand going that route. I'm not saying don't do it.
Because here's the flip to that. Leroy. You keep McDaniel into another year, and you still get bad. You still get worse.
Right.
Now you might have just put yourself.
Yeah, but then your presentation to any coach or GM is that we have a clean slate.
You can have a clean slate now,
but not with being able to do anything with it. If you were to create a clean slate now, you actually make yourself more limited.
Well, it didn't matter. The Dolphins, when they did it with Flores, he had a clean slate and they still sucked. Like, it's not like it makes it, if you're going to be bad, you're going to be bad. Like, it's not about like having the clean slate or the assets. It's just like, you got to determine also the now of your team of like, is this good enough? Because we've seen it go both ways for franchises. Not everybody's come into just ideal clean slate situations. Most of the time you have to work your way out of a mess.
Oh.
So we'll see. I just think that barring this guy making a miracle playoff run, I just don't know what's left for him to show, or what he's done to really show this belief that the ownership should have in him.
Well, I didn't say all that.
I'm not saying you are. I'm asking.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's done. I just don't think he's done enough yet to just warrant. All right, everybody's back. It's like, dude, they tooth and nailed it against a very not very impressive. And
He's lucky that they won that game. Let's be real.
Super lucky they won that game, and they didn't put up any points against an awful defense.
Because if they lost that game, that's a fireable offense on the plane ride. Like, if I was Stephen Ross, I would have been like, thinking about that loss. And here's the other thing. Last point, right? If you bring him back next year, and then they start off like they've had the last 2 seasons, and they've had slow starts, then what you're going to tell the fan base? You're going to fire him in the middle of the season?
Right.
When you could have just fired him before the season began?
Yeah.
Take a break. Back after this.
Bam, bam.
15 minutes of heat here for you on FM 104.3 WQAM, which is brought to you by the Lexus to Remember sales event, as your Heat are going to be back in action coming up tonight. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. Heat take on the Chicago Bulls tonight in NBA Cup action. Coverage on FM 104.3 WQAM begins at 6:45 with preheat. As the Heat going into this game a little bit banged up. We get the news yesterday that Andrew Wiggins did not make the road trip. He has a hip injury. So
how many games on this trip?
Just two. Just two. You got this, and then you got Sunday in Philly.
Okay.
Tyrese Maxey with 54 last.
Oh my goodness. He's a looter in the riot, though, right? He's just doing his thing.
No, I don't think Philly's been pretty decent this year.
Okay.
Oh, great beginning for PG. He played very well.
Did he?
Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
He scored the first 11 points for them.
Listen, I mean, I'm sure that the Clippers don't regret it at all, dude. And OKC, their pick this year, and seeing SGA become maybe one of the best players on the planet. So
that bothers me.
That's crazy, right?
Why would it bother me?
I mean, you would be upset if the best team in the league all of a sudden has
Oh, it doesn't bother me. I mean, it's the Clippers. The Clippers are clearly stupid. How can I be bothered? I'm not a Clippers fan, but yeah, I don't. They went and they made this deal with the basketball devil of hey, we're gonna give up SGA, so we have the cash to trade for Paul George and bring in Kawhi Leonard, and it's just been a just flagrant disaster for that franchise. They've watched the big piece that they've gone. He's won an MVP and a championship, and they owe the pick. I mean, and they also, even them trying to be competitive this year with their cute little shell game blew up in their face already. So I'm not upset about it. It just, but it's, everybody's looking at it. That's, as doomsday a scenario as you can.
When you put it that way, that might be worse than the Luka trade.
I don't know.
When you give up when you give up an MVP and a pick.
At least they got the
and the guy you gave up win a championship and an MVP.
Yeah, I can't say it's worse than the Luka trade as of right now, but it's bad. It's up there, and it just kind of goes. And then on top of it, it seemed like they were. It seemed like they had to also circumvent the salary cap. It appears to get Kawhi Leonard on top of it. It's crazy. Truly a crazy season by them.
Is he the only guy that's street clothes that people give a pass to because when he plays, he balls out every time?
I don't think people give him a pass anymore. Listen, he's got incredibly one of the weirdest resumes of all time. When he protection. He's got, not with the Clippers.
But he got one winning one for another country.
Yeah, I guess, what does ring protection even mean, Vlad? In this case,
meaning that, yes, he's awfully, like Leroy said, he's very injured, but like he says, when he is on the court and playing, he is one of the top 10 players in the league.
Yeah, I don't think he's top 10 anymore, but I get it.
I wouldn't want to face him in the postseason.
Dude, he still has, for some reason, that dude has it's just unstoppable when he wants to be.
When healthy.
He don't even need to be 100% healthy.
Oh, he needs to be 100% healthy.
You think?
He's not.
He ain't gonna play unless he is.
He's already out again. He's already out again this year.
He's not a guy that's playing at 80, 85%.
They said this last year. They're like, oh, this is the first year in forever. He's ended a year healthy. What great news. 3 weeks, he's hurt. So, I guess, yeah, ring protection as far as is he going to the Hall of Fame? Yeah, for sure. He's won Defensive Player of the Year. He's got 2 Finals MVPs. Yeah, for sure. But it's a strange career. I think we'd all acknowledge.
It could have been better, absolutely. But he has 2 titles.
He ain't earned a penny less either.
But the Heat are in Chicago tonight. That's an interesting game because it's an NBA Cup game, right?
It is an NBA Cup game, and then they lose one of their starters. It's going to be, I think they'll probably start Jaime, I would guess, because they don't have Jovic either. He's also hurt for this trip.
Oh, word.
Which is not great because he was saying, I think, that he was hoping this was going to be a one and doneer, and now he's not there for the next 2. I mean,
Is it abundance of caution?
I don't know. I mean, I guess so. I mean, you would
Because I would say, like, there's been a lot of guys talking about hips.
Leroy, I'm excited.
Why?
So, this is gonna be a game of intangibles.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's the Miami.
It's gonna be like Indiana versus Purdue.
Yeah.
we got
Zealous. We got Giddy. We got Vucevic. We got.
That's it.
No, I'm talking about
on the Heat side, we got Pella.
We got Pella.
We got. I mean, we've. That's I think kind
Is that
of
it? Is that
kind of it right now. Well, Jovic and Tyler and Yakachonis is in Sioux Falls. So
what's wrong with you guys?
What do you mean?
The intangibles. They all like in plain clothes.
I don't know. The word is Sham said yesterday that Tyler Hero could be making his return on Monday. That he could be making his season debut against Dallas.
Is he gonna come off the bench?
No.
To start?
What?
No, they're gonna start him right away.
Yeah,
Davion is going straight to the bench. Huh?
Yeah, I think so. I would be surprised. Unless they go 3 guards. I mean, you could put Pella to the bench if you wanted to. So you could go Davion, Tyler, Norm as your 3, Wiggins as your 4.
No, that's too small. Too small. Too small.
I mean, you could do that, but no.
Well, here's the other thing, though. You still defensively, it could work because you don't have to worry about those 2 guys playing defense.
You could probably do it against a team like that right now because they don't have AD. They got Lively just came back, I think.
Nah, they got their bigs though. We just played them Wednesday night. They got Gafford and Lively back. So
I think it's probably just gonna be Davion goes back. If Wiggins is healthy, then it'll probably just be Davion goes back to the bench. That's what I would guess. But for today, I mean, you put Jaime in for Wiggins to start. You could do that.
Or you go Jaime, Kalel, and Bam.
You could go. Well, you're either going to probably start Kalel with Bam, which they haven't been doing, or you're going to start Jaime for Wiggins. So that would be you'd either go probably with those 2, unless Spo wanted to go super weird and just keep his bench unit and then just be like, Keyshawn, you're starting today. Let's see if he does anything. That's he's been playing terribly. So I don't think that's probably the leader in the clubhouse, but he's gonna probably get playing time on this trip.
I'm trying to figure out with Keyshawn, how can he be so athletic and look so uncoordinated at the same time?
Well, he's got frying pan hands right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you be that athletic?
Frying pan hand.
Usually athleticism, and correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody says you're very athletic, usually you got good ball skills and those abilities too, right? To certain, you're not like kicking the ball's ass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of a guy who's really you had this kind of an athletic build and they really molded it. I mean, he's kind of like a swole Derek Jones Jr. DJ didn't have a lot of skills to his game. He was just a leaper, and it took a lot of work to get him to. Now he's a really respected defender, 3-and-D guy in this league, and also has the jump.
We never had that problem with him batting the ball around. He maybe didn't have.
He wasn't really anything but a lob threat to start his career. That's all he was. He didn't dribble the ball. He couldn't shoot. He was kind of like you saw the first shades of him being that, and he got a lot better with that in his other stops. But I mean, I think a lot of this stuff's in your head too. I think when you're I was even watching him do some stuff right before walkthrough or shoot around, and it was just you can see he seems like he's pressing too much. So I don't know, but I was just that's if Spo goes with the classic. I'm just gonna throw in rando starter,
so to keep the rotations right.
To keep the rotation mostly the same, but more than likely he'll probably start Jaime and then maybe just go with a shorter rotation to Dru, Simone, and Kalel coming off the bench, and then if somebody gets into foul trouble, then you crack open Keyshawn.
Okay.
That's probably what he's going to do. Probably.
Not a whole bunch of guys getting foul trouble with the Heat, though.
No, I mean, the guy who's been doing it the worst has been Jovic. He's not playing.
Woo.
Jovic has been putting Duncan
I
Robinson.
I
to
mean,
shame.
it's pretty amazing that a team that plays as aggressive as they do on the defensive end don't really ever get in foul trouble.
Yeah.
This is a important game.
Yeah, it's NBA Cup. It's
'Cause-
Eastern standings.
Right, because NBA.
It's an important trip.
Milwaukee's 2-0 in Group C. Chicago, New York, and Miami are 1-1.
Mm-hmm. I think Miami is the best point differential
They do have the best point
out of those three.
differential out of those three. So
Because they had that game where they smoked the Charlotte Hornets by a lot.
right, the Hornets are out of it. But Milwaukee, yeah, the Heat play the Bulls in Milwaukee next week, right? Wednesday, right?
Yes, they have Wednesday. So they have these two road games. Monday's second night of a back-to-back, but it's in their building. Wednesday is the Bucks, and then I think the Pistons are in town next Saturday. So,
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
oh, I can't wait.
When do they play their last cup game? They play 4 cup games. This is
The last
third
cup
one.
game is next Wednesday.
Yeah,
Next Wednesday. Okay. I thought
And
they
then I
did
think-
Tuesday and Fridays with the cup. That's why I got a little
they
confused.
did, but for some reason, I don't know why they jammed everything Thanksgiving week. That they all the games, the last games are Wednesday and Friday. I understand why
They're not messing with football on Thursday.
but they never mess with football. Those games were usually Tuesday and Friday. But they're
Right,
messing with,
right.
but they also playing their games Friday because it's part of the
Maybe they just think everybody's off, like it's a good night for TV.
maybe because it's Wednesday and Friday. It was never Wednesdays, Friday. It was like you said, Leroy, it was Tuesdays and Fridays.
They're probably doing like a thing. They just figure everyone's going to be out. Everybody's going to be out of bars. Why don't we have it be a big NBA night? Because nobody's working at least by the afternoon on Wednesday. Everybody's usually off.
Next week, Black Friday, is it's sports. It's sports.
A sports smorgasbord.
It's sports porn. Like
Wow.
it's ridiculous. You have NBA games. You got college football. You got the NFL Black Friday game. It's ridiculous. The only thing that's missing would have been a good UFC or boxing fight, but we have it this weekend.
Well, it's a nice card. It's not like I don't know how many of these fights, other than the Haney Norman fight, I don't know how many of these are going to be like super competitive.
Something to watch.
Something to watch. That's fair. Take a break. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Leroy, can we get a weather update from Chill Zone AC featuring a reliably rude AC systems? Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
Because the winds are more out of the east, you notice it's been a little bit warmer. As soon as they start coming out of the north again, it'll cool off. But it's been a little bit warmer. Lows have been around 70 instead of those low to mid 60s. And the good news is because it's not so humid, it's only gotten up to about 80, 85 tops. So you still got some nice weather. As I'm looking outside, I can see that it's a sunny, beautiful day. Winds are light. Again, I'm going to guess they're coming out of the east because it's been warmer. And I'm going to say right now the temperature is 80, 85 degrees.
How'd you do?
Nailed it.
Wow.
80 degrees, mostly sunny, wind coming from the east-northeast, 9 miles per hour.
Oh, if it turns more to the north, you get a more cooler air.
But east-northeast.
Yeah.
The Panthers win last night, 1-0 over the New Jersey Devils. Sergei Bobrovsky, a 30-save shutout. Sam Reinhart had the lone goal for the Cats. This was Paul Maurice after the game on the Cats, learning to win without their best guys. Here's what Paul had to say.
Well, we got something really important that we're trying to, there's two things. One, we're trying to add something to our game. We're trying to create and I thought the second period to give you an idea of what we're trying to do, more speed on the offensive part of our game. And the second thing is we got to learn how to win games without our best players. Because if you get to the playoffs and you lose a guy, that can't be the end of your season. I'd like to think with what we're going through now, it's teaching us if a guy goes down, we have to adjust or adapt to another team. We know how to do that.
Yeah, they've certainly had to do that all year. But that was a nice one.
Any word on Kachuk?
Yeah, he's like, I think there's reports that he's on the ice, and then there's reports that he's going to start soon on the ice. But it sounds like end of December. Like that's kind of the target. After the Christmas break, it seems like they'll probably they might have him back.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like, which will be awesome. It'd be definitely a much welcome
Well, at this point, we just want anybody back. Any of the stars back.
Yeah, they've been getting banged up. I think Evan Rodriguez took one off the chicklets last night too.
Ooh.
So hopefully he's okay. We asked him about that one time. He said they had to use a popsicle stick to straighten out the teeth.
Popsicle stick?
Yeah, remember that? You don't remember that? He told us about that. I
remember us telling him.
He flattened, like they have to flatten them all out. You know, push them all forward. So they had to use a popsicle stick. Gross, dude. Hockey. More headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the price Tito, our lowest price. Visit Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. The Panthers, the Hurricanes win last night over Elon 99-72. On the grid, the Fighting Musks. Yep, they ride a Tesla into the building. Wasn't enough, dude. Sorry. Texans beat the Bills 23-19. They improved to 6-5. This was D'Amico Ryans on them being over 500 after a slow start.
It makes me feel really good that we won a game. It was a really great team. Buffalo did an outstanding job. You know, those guys are well coached, great players. So for me, I'm just thankful for us being able to get a win versus a really good team.
Do they trust CJ Stroud now? Because ever since he got king, because this David Mills kind of man thinks they're a defensive team. This dude, you know what I would do if I was them? You'd see what the market is for that kid before you got to pay him. See if you get a haul for CJ Stroud.
You know what's amazing about that is that
was the quarterback before CJ Stroud, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying, go and make yourself a little.
So there was a reason why they drafted CJ Stroud.
I know, but dude, he's not been the same guy since his rookie year.
I mean, has the team been the same? I love the way we look at one position and don't look at all the stuff around him and say it's him.
And it's not like they're not.
You remember they talk about how bad the offensive line was, right?
Okay. They went in without him. It's not a question that you would have of like you're there and you're sitting there and be like, hey, this kid had an incredible rookie year. But it hasn't been quite as good. And you would think it would be better because you'd have more support around because you're going to start spending on things.
Or maybe his offensive coordinator became the Miami Dolphins coordinator now.
Slowick? They fired him.
Right, because he wasn't doing a good job.
And what about this year?
They weren't doing a good job either.
Dude.
And all his receivers always hurt.
So you're just going to – so you guys are just excuse machining it for him. It's not that he was a flash in the pan?
No.
So you would definitely pay him
why is it an excuse? It's
I'd
not.
pay him $1 gazillion for another 2 years.
All right. Or maybe you got a defense this good. You know, you start looking at your next rehab project. Maybe you're like, we could poach somebody from somewhere. And then you're like, some people are so horny for quarterbacks. Like, if you were the Jets, if they offered and they offered multiple first-round picks for CJ Stroud, you wouldn't do it?
No.
Why not? If you were so into him, it's everybody else's fault. Why wouldn't you do that?
No, why did you say why did we didn't say we were that into him. We just said
well you guys
I'm saying if I'm Houston, I'm not letting him go for no Davis Mills.
Why not?
Because I've seen Davis Mills before.
Hey, dude. The problem is Vlad.
No,
this is microwave.
No, time out.
Mm-hmm.
They had Davis Mills before.
Mm-hmm.
He started for them.
Mm-hmm.
He stunk.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why they drafted CJ Stroud.
Let me ask you something. We don't see guys with second chances all of a sudden figure some things
out.
out.
The same team.
Organization.
Why can't it just be with a different coaching staff?
It's the same coaching staff.
Nah, it's a little tweak, dude, and he's got some more time under his belt.
Oh.
He got some time on the sidelines observing it.
Vlad.
You know what?
Let it go.
He wants CJ Stroud in Miami. That's what
I don't want CJ Stroud in Miami, but one could wonder if you were looking for a Tua location and you were to say, would Houston be interested because they don't really trust CJ Stroud? You thought they did, and then be like, should they do their reclamation project with Tua? Interesting questions. People are asking.
Would you let me ask you a question?
Your people, right?
People are asking those questions.
Let me ask you a question, Tobin.
Yep.
Right now,
mm-hmm.
Would you trade, and you're going to have to give CJ Stroud money.
Mm-hmm.
So make the contracts even.
Okay.
Would you trade CJ Stroud for Tua?
So I got to give him the money. Do I have to give Houston picks?
I don't know.
To make the deal? Because I would say probably. I would say no, I wouldn't.
Okay. All right, because I was getting ready to we was getting ready to get into it.
I don't really understand why.
Because I don't you just complained about the quarterback. And then if I said, would you trade your quarterback for him? And you say no, then you don't think, it's worth it anyway. You don't think he had a good year.
Yeah, I don't think he's had a very good year.
Right,
but now he's got a gnarly concussion. We know how squirrely that is investing into.
But the problem I have is that, the thing about football is there's a lot of ups and downs and ebbs and flows in your career.
A lot of ebbs lately.
Why do we always just, as soon as a guy struggles, he's done? Get rid of him.
I'm just asking questions. It's a natural thing with football. People ask questions.
All right.
People don't have questions about that. The Vikings didn't have that with J.J. McCarthy with Sam Darnold. Should they have let him go? Of course. The people.
Yeah, but they had already determined that was going to be our guy. The Sam Bradford thing was a bonus.
I know that's what they determined, but I'm saying, like, if you would have asked this 2 years ago when this guy was breaking rookie records, it was like, oh, no way, this guy's going to be our franchise quarterback forever. But
you think in 2 years, like, it's worth looking at other options already?
I think it's a wonder if your defense is this good and you're wondering if that's the guy who's like really going to be taking it over the top. People are asking questions.
I don't like, man, I don't know if I could play. Like, soon as you struggle, get rid of you. There's not a lot of them guys out there.
This isn't like a foreign thing. I'm not reinventing the sports radio book here. I'm just asking a question. They've been riding high, even with CJ Stroud being out. You're going to have to eventually make this decision on, is he your franchise quarterback? He had a tremendous rookie year. It's been a little bit disappointing since. Just a question.
Right.
Everybody thought that he was I mean, after his rookie year, people were saying, "Oh, he's already a top 5 quarterback." That's how good he was.
Well,
Yeah.
they do that all the time. They said that about Jaden
Well,
Daniels
you know what else
last year.
they do all the time? When teams win without their quarterback, they wonder, do they need this guy? Should we invest in him? Or could you get a bevy of picks for him? Could you flip him for multiple first-round picks? Because somebody's like, oh, we'll keep it in on him. And then you're Davis Milling it. And then you decide, hey, maybe we roll the dice on it.
And then Davis Mills stinks, and then you're going to be wondering.
Davis Mills will get coaches fired.
Maybe we don't.
What do you mean?
D'Amico Ryan's isn't getting fired.
No, D'Amico's not getting fired.
He's not getting fired.
Dude, they've won the division 2 years in a row.
I know.
And guess what? They can win this division again.
They sure can.
So, yeah. But I'm not running with no Davis Mills. Davis Mills is like Ryan Fitzpatrick and all these quarterbacks. They got a good time, and then it's over. Sooner or later.
Tobin, if you have a good game, he'll overlook everything.
I'm not overlooking anything. I think it's
everybody loves the
I think it's a fascinating question with that franchise.
Not
Because
really.
I think I actually do think it is, because you always have, it's always like gravy train with a team when you don't have to invest in your quarterback. Like when you're at that point where he's on the rookie deal, you're not paying him $50 million, you're in a good spot as a franchise. And then you have to, as the great Robbie the Degenerate says, the bill comes due. And so you just wonder, like, hey, is this really our guy or not? Or could you make the prudent move of being like, you know what, let's flip this guy. Get a lot for him. We're a defensive team anyway.
And then not have a quarterback.
Tobin, what happens when Davis Mills becomes Davis Mills?
What happens if CJ Stroud remains a bust, but you got yourself a war chest of picks?
But if I had to,
they just got over 500. You guys are acting like they're knocking on the door of ending.
Here,
yeah,
I give you $100. You have to bet the next 2 years on one guy, Davis Mills or CJ Stroud. Who you putting 100 on?
I'll probably just go CJ Stroud based on talent. But
okay,
there are other guys, like, I'm not gonna have to pay Davis Mills.
So now make it 40, 50 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you ain't taking that chance with Davis Mills.
But you're never gonna. I'm not here saying Davis Mills is their quarterback of the future. I think you guys are misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm saying if CJ Stroud's not your quarterback of the future and you could just do samey stuff, would you think in the offseason about flipping him, getting out in front of it? Like let's say they finish on the out. Let me ask you this. They finish on the outskirts of making the playoffs this year. Mm-hmm. He's not as good as he was his rookie year. He's now got a head injury. We know how squirrely that can be. And you're like, I know a lot of fans have been annoyed with him this year in Houston as well because of the hats that he wears. I got to tell you, you wish you could give lessons to these guys on what hats not to wear, especially during baseball playoffs. Neither here nor there. Once you have a year, let's say they've just missed the playoffs. Let's say they just make the playoffs as a wild card, and then they get bounced. Do you reevaluate these things going into the offseason and be like, hey, the Jets will offer us 2 first-round picks for CJ Stroud? You don't get to say no. I said that they just did. So
no, you don't.
Well, so I just said that they did.
Tobin, you know, if you do this and you ride out with Davis,
I want Mendoza.
Tobin,
that's the thing.
Interesting.
Tobin, if you do this and ride it out with Davis Mills with that defense, you know who do you become? The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, but you don't have
now
to
you're searching for a quarterback.
But nobody says you have to go with Davis Mills next year. I'm saying,
wait. There's a
trade deadline pass. You obviously can't do this now. I'm just saying, like, you go into this year. Let's say that they're this good on defense, and you're like, meh, CJ Stroud our guy for the rest of the year. I don't know. I think it's definitely got to be a conversation for them.
Oh, why don't you just shore up the offensive line and get some weapons for your quarterback so that he can be the quarterback that he was his first year, because that's what happened.
Yeah, but they didn't have an offensive line his first year either.
They had receivers.
They had receivers.
They went and got receivers the second year, and he wasn't as good.
They got more receivers, and then they all got hurt.
All right.
Stephon Diggs, hurt. Christian Kirk, hurt. Nico Collins, missed games. Joe Mixon, missed games. Still won the division. Still won the wild card game.
Flips quick though.
Still got to the division.
It flips quick though. They're not the division favorite anymore.
Well, that's because Indy's having a good season. But guess what?
And where do they get their quarterback? Just off the street.
Right, because the quarterback that they drafted
was terrible.
Right, but didn't do the things that
and they knew that they couldn't invest. Yeah, he didn't do what CJ Stroud did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, which is a lifetime in football. We keep doing this. We did the same thing with Tua. If we had the quarterback that Tua was 2 years ago, the Dolphins would be in a much better spot. He's not the same guy. That's my point.
But
and the Dolphins made the mistake of investing in him.
Are we looking? I don't want to seem like I'm apologizing for Tua, but what role did Tua play with the defense not giving up a punt in 11 quarters?
He didn't play any role, but he's also led the league in turnovers.
But why the team is bad is much more than just looking at the
Get out of here, dude. He's had a huge hand on the team being terrible, not the defense. Come on.
Okay.
What are we doing? He leads the league in interceptions. He's been a turnover machine all year.
Okay.
Well, the difference between the Dolphins and the Texans are winning.
Yes.
That's it.
Right.
So that's the difference.
But my point is, you got roped into like what Tua was 3 years ago, where CJ Stroud was that same year. It's like a lifetime ago. Football flips.
I get it, but one guy's in his third year. Like, that's his third year. He's still like in his rookie deal. The other guy's in his second contract, and he's making this mistake.
Yes, for now. But but the Dolphins eventually got to that line of demarcation after his good year, and they're like, all right, we think he's this guy. If he kept going on with this year, and he's kind of like, and then you're like, is he? And you come to that Bill being due, be like, is he the guy from his rookie year? I don't know. You're gonna always think that it's in there. Jaguars thought that with Trevor Lawrence. Oh, he's gonna dial it up. He's gonna show us that stuff like he did when the comeback against Justin Herbert. All the things you've said: better line, new coach, new receivers. Still Trevor Lawrence.
I would say this. One of the reasons why I always take a pause with all of this talk is because when people want to get rid of their quarterback, and the answer is always anybody else.
Well, it's not anybody else. The point is,
no, but like, okay,
you have an identity as a team, and then you got to decide on this guy. Hey, incredible rookie year. There's talent there, but you always wonder on some of these guys, like, hey, was that flash in the pan? Is he putting in the work the same way? Is he really a franchise guy? Or if you could actually get out in front of him and be like, hey, we could get the farm for him. You know, I'm not saying
how long did it take Josh Allen? Didn't it take Josh Allen like 4 years?
Yeah, it took him like 3 years. Oh. It's a little bit opposite, honestly. He started slow and then worked his way up. This guy started
right, but applying the way you talk about quarterbacks right now, Josh Allen would have never got to that first contract.
Well, again, you're taking
because he was a turnover machine,
but he got better as the years went on. This guy started off amazing, and it's kind of tailed off.
He's still in. Well, I'm not talking. We talking about Tua or Stroud.
Stroud.
He's still in his first contract.
Yeah, I understand.
He's his first 3 years.
You're doing the argument with Josh Allen for his first 3 years, and I'm telling you, it's different trajectories. One guy improved. One guy hasn't been as good since his rookie year.
He's only played 3 years.
Okay, dude, but I'm talking. We're going into. I'm saying we go into this year, this fourth year, which is a critical year because you're either going to probably invest in him or you might franchise him.
Hold on. His rookie year, 63% completion percentage.
Dude, I know his rookie.
4,000 yards.
I don't need to know his
23 touchdowns, 5
I don't need to know his rookie year was awesome. I've literally laid that on the table the entire argument.
Year was 63% completion percentage, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
That was the same guy. That was the same guy to you last year.
Yards.
He's been the same guy since his rookie year. You're going to sit here and say that?
The numbers aren't that different.
It's not the numbers. I'm talking about the games, dude. Have they been the same?
The game. So you're talking about the guy in his rookie year who didn't have an offensive line and won the division. And the following year, the same guy who didn't have an offensive line and won the division.
All right.
Okay.
CJ Stroud Club. Take a break.
He's won back-to-back divisions, and then this year he didn't.
Dude, winning that division, I mean, like, come on.
Oh,
it's like winning the Kentucky Derby with a zebra. Like, come on. It's the AFC South.
You've been boxed in.
Get out of here, dude. The South? Out of here. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Miami Heat will be back in action tonight. They are taking on the Chicago Bulls. You'll hear Solana and Tommy Tag, 6:45 pre-heat will get you going. Speaking of Solana, join WQM, Solana, and Dr. Pepper tomorrow at Walmart in Miami at 3200 Northwest 79th Street from noon to 2 for your chance to score tickets to see a professional basketball game in Miami. What could that be? Looking to try something? One of a kind. Feast your taste buds with the new Dr. Pepper Flavors Bold. Dr. Pepper meets sweet and exciting flavors like cherry, blackberry, even zero sugar. Stop by Walmart at 3200 Northwest 79th Street in Miami to try Dr. Pepper flavors today. It's a pepper thing. Don't miss it.
A professional basketball game in Miami?
I can't say what it is.
It could be unrivaled.
You guys are going to have to determine that.
Yeah, it could be the women's league.
We too have tickets to a professional basketball game in Miami. It's called Heat Mavericks. We'll give that away before the end of the program today. And Frog Boy is going to hop on here in about 30 minutes. He's going to take the reins from me because I'm going to head down to the Kaseya Center, Leroy, boots on the ground for the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul press conference, which
Cool.
we're going to see what's what there, some shenanigans, but see the arrival of both of them down here in Miami. And we'll see if this is a real fight, freak show, or if it's just a circus. I don't know.
I don't know. Up until this point, he hasn't really fought anybody that could hurt him.
Not like this, for sure.
but-
Knock him
but-
out cold.
Right.
He's fought Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva's one of the great strikers of all time. He's old.
I mean, okay. Not like this.
Yeah, not like this. Not like a former heavyweight champion, 6'6", former Olympic gold medalist.
If they go tap, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
What? Leroy. If Joshua don't knock that guy out and make him turn into Martin after he fought Tommy Hearns, I'm done with it. I'm done with all of this. There's no way Anthony Joshua should lose to Mr. Paul.
Who's favorite?
It's got to be Joshua.
Oh, Joshua, I think, is like a minus 1,200 favorite. I'm honestly surprised it's not deeper than that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Jake Paul has his own little gambling site.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, you think he's taking a dive?
No. Why don't if I'm Jake Paul and I'm plus, make a deal with Joshua. Hey man,
I think they're making plenty of money. I don't think there has to be shenanigans on that part.
There's definitely shenanigans.
The only person that would seem to benefit would be Anthony Joshua for all the British people betting on him, and he takes a dive.
Well, I mean, you'll move to America or Saudi Arabia.
I suppose so. The thing is with me, people obviously are skeptical at this. I will say the one thing with Joshua's made a ton of money. Like, I don't think Joshua's in when people like accuse, and I don't think that Jake Paul fights are fixed, just for the record. But for people who do, like, I could understand somebody like a Tyron Woodley doing it, or somebody with an MMA career who hasn't made a gazillion dollars. I could understand how you could get kind of the in there, although we've seen some pretty crazy gambling stuff and stories go on. Anthony Joshua's made a lot of money, dude. I mean, he's done a ton of fights in Saudi Arabia. He's a monster star. I don't think you can pay him enough to do that. So I guess the only question with him and probably his flaws of fights is, like, sometimes when he hurts a guy, he'll kind of let off the gas a little bit. He's kind of he's been hesitant to really go for the kill. Now, he didn't do that against Francis Ngannou. He absolutely sent him to the shadow realm. But we have seen it in past fights where that's kind of, he did that, I probably would say, in the second fight against Ruiz, where, he had some success, but he didn't really want to go for the kill shot. It seemed like he was a little squeamish. The question is, you got a range like that, you got a boxing intellect like that, a reach like that. I mean, can Jake Paul really touch you? And the thing with Jake Paul is he's not been in there with guys of this size. Even if people have like the biggest questions about Anthony Joshua's chin, which are legitimate, he's been hurt a lot in his career. His last fight against Daniel Dubois took a beating, but I just think that he's been in there with too many better skilled fighters You imagine like going from fighting Usyk 2 fights ago to now you're fighting this guy and you feel like you can't get this guy's tell in like 2 seconds. I mean, you're basically talking about a Hail Mary that would have to take him out, or as you guys think, foul play.
I don't know. And something about a lot of these guys coming to these fights, something to be said, I'm fighting Usyk and how you get ready for that versus I'm fighting Jake Paul and how you get ready for that. So
true. Yeah. He
like,
could be training down here Astron style and be being fed grapes every day by the pool and
glad he gonna come down here like Great White Hype.
Oh man.
a lot of people that
Terry Conklin?
That might have happened to him because he trained down here, I think, for the Ruiz fight. And people thought, a little too focused on Astron, He like trained at a mansion. He didn't go full throttle in that regard. So I don't know, but I just I don't see a world where Jake Paul's knocking him out, and I can't really sit here and say you guys think that Jake Paul's going to win a decision. So yeah, I agree with you that Jake Paul probably should get knocked out. The only thing is, I have seen Anthony Joshua be pump the brakes on the kill shot, and so maybe he feels some type of way. Because the one thing I would say about him,
the break against Ngannou.
He didn't, but he also do you remember how he reacted after he beat Ngannou? He was almost sad about it, Like he felt bad because he's like, I know that guy shouldn't have been in the ring with me. And so, is there like a level of mercy that he's going in here with?
No.
You can't say hell no. You don't know.
I will tell you this. Jake Paul gonna say or do something.
There'll be no remorse.
Jake Paul gonna do or say something to make him want to break his face. Because he always does.
His card is on the line.
Wow, really?
You can't take an L.
This is for Tyson?
This is for everything. You can't take an L.
Interesting.
Like Tyson's, we can make, come on, man. There was some shenanigans with that. But you're still in prime fighting condition. And you prime fighting shit.
And he's supposed to fight Fury in a year too. Like if you lose to Joshua, you blow that.
Yeah, you lose to Paul.
You lose to Jake Paul, and then you like that fight's. I mean, it's already got chinks in the armor on it, but it's always been like one of the biggest British showdowns everybody's wanting to see. You can't fumble that one too, because now you're talking like multiple millions of dollars over a calendar year. So yeah, I don't think he's on the take. He should wax the floor with him. We'll see. Take a break. Back after this. Nah! It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to tickle Leroy's answer.
Yup.
All right, Leroy, we'll start off with our Week 12 slate of the NFL season. This week on the bye, you got the Broncos, Dolphins, Chargers, and Commanders. Starting off at 1 o'clock, the Steelers take on the Bears. Steelers 6-4, Bears 7-3. Chicago a 2.5-point favorite at home. Tickle your fancy?
Is the old man playing?
Yeah, he is playing. I don't know how, because he's gonna have to brace himself or hold on to the ball. I guess he's gonna be in shotgun the whole game. But yeah, it tickles my fancy. I'm curious to see if Chicago's for real or they just had, some good breaks early in the year.
Also at 1 o'clock, some might call this one a biggin. The Indianapolis Colts at 8-2 go to Arrowhead to take on the middling 5-5 Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City's a 3.5-point favorite at home. Tickle your fancy?
Yeah.
My fancy.
There's a couple of moments during the year where you kind of see if your team is legit or not. Like, okay, you're 8-2, you're leading the conference, but now you're playing against the old guard. Let's see, if you legit or you just, had things go your way. I think that they're legit. I think Indianapolis is legit. 3.5. I'll take the Colts.
Okay. At 1 o'clock, the Patriots 9-2 visit the Cincinnati Bengals at 3-7. They're 6.5-point road favorites. And also we have the return of Joe Burrow.
But Chase is out.
Yeah.
He's suspended.
Yeah.
Sure he's playing?
I think
They
he's
said
playing.
he was playing.
I think he's playing.
Would you take the risk of playing him on Sunday and then having to play him Thursday night on Thanksgiving?
I think you don't have a choice. I think you're see. I mean, unless they're just going to pack
Your
up the
team
season.
ain't in no position to be nitpicking.
I don't know, bro. I mean, he's coming off a toe injury, and to play him 2 times in 4 days I don't know.
Toes don't play. But he plays quarterback, so it's a little different.
Take your fancy?
No.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy not tickled.
Baltimore.
Listen, the Cincinnati's terrible. No matter how many points they score, they're gonna give up twice as many. So, it might be a fun game, but Cincinnati ain't gonna win that game.
The Baltimore Ravens at 5-5 are hosting the 2-8 New York Jets. Baltimore, a 13.5-point favorite. Take your fancy?
Fancy not tickled.
No.
Wow. Okay. The Seattle Seahawks at 7-3 are venturing to Music City to take on the hapless 1-9 Tennessee Titans. Seattle is a 13.5-point road favorite. Tickle your fancy?
No.
Not tickled.
I mean, are these teams, is Baltimore playing good enough to beat a team by 13? Is Seattle playing good enough to beat a team by 13 on the road?
Yeah, Seattle is.
Okay.
Yeah, Seattle is.
All right.
Baltimore, I don't know, but it is my Jets, so yeah.
Fancy tickled?
He said fancy, not tickled.
No.
Minnesota Vikings, 4-6. They take on the Green Bay Packers, who are 6-3-1. Green Bay is a 6-point favorite at Lambeau Field. Take your fancy?
Yeah, I always like
Fancy is tickled.
Minnesota, Green Bay.
Rivalry.
Yep.
The New York Football Giants at 2-9 with their crazy rookies out. They take on the Detroit Lions at 6-4. Detroit, another big favorite this week, minus 12.5. Tickle your fancy?
No.
No.
Fancy
It's
not
Jameis.
tickled.
Jameis always tinkles people's fancy.
Yeah. Is this his first game starting or did he start last week?
No, he started last week.
Started last
Threw a pick
week.
at the end of the game.
Could have won the game.
Could have. But every time he drops back
It's
and loads
Jameis.
that arm up, you nervous and wondering where the hell is it going.
It's 50-50.
Yep. Well, he was
like
the
we're
first 30-30 man, so it's not out of the realm.
All right, see if we can get a game that tickles your fancy. I don't feel like even the games your fancy's tickled. It doesn't feel like your juices are flowing very much. I don't know, dude. I don't know. You seem a little like, are you all right? Did you like have some gnocchi before the game? Before the show?
No, but Sunday's a good day to not have the Dolphins play because I can put my earbuds in, clean my backyard and my grill.
I don't
get
think
it ready for Thanksgiving.
You could put the earbuds in, but I think the Browns play at 4:00, so you got them as you can find the plays.
I got time.
Shedeur Sanders getting his first start. The Cleveland Browns visit the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas at 2-8. They are 4-point favorites against the Browns. Take your fancy?
My fancy is Tickle.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see, what Shedeur learned in a week. Because
it's a soft landing. At least it's not.
It is. That's what I was just getting ready to say. It's a soft landing. However, they can get some pressure on the quarterback. Is he going to step up or run back?
Leroy.
Yes, sir.
This game is the Spider-Man meme.
Pointing at each other. They're the same.
They're the same.
Yeah. No, I know.
Crosby could wreak havoc on Shedeur.
That's right. And
Miles Garrett can wreak havoc on Gino.
He's going
to. That right. I like Cleveland's defense, and I just go with the team with the best player on the field. They got 95.
Yeah. All right. I see you. I got it.
The Jacksonville Jaguars at 6-4 visit the Arizona Cardinals. They're 3-point road favorites. Does this game take your fancy? Jags Cardinals.
No, but I'm keeping an eye on the Jags because we just usually assume that they're gonna do what they do. But I mean, last week was a beatdown.
Yeah, they killed the Chargers.
Right,
killed them.
Yeah, because they lost the week prior when having a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter to the Texans.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, week to week.
We call this the Dan Day Bowl.
New Orleans. Why can't it be
the
Leroy Bowl too?
Yeah, I give you too many bowls. I give you the Browns games, the Vikings games. I know this. I know one man. No matter what the record, he's hostile at this game. The Atlanta Falcons at 3-7 visit the Superdome and the 2-8 New Orleans Saints. Saints are 2.5-point favorites. Does this game tickle your fancy?
Yes.
My fancy is tickled.
Anytime I could turn on the TV and watch Atlanta losing at anything, it brings me joy. However, I don't know if I'm going to turn on the TV and see that. Because,
Kirk Cousins looked pretty washed when the Dolphins faced him. He looked pretty washed.
Pretty.
That was a full-blown wash.
I'm just saying, dude. So
no tumble, no dry.
Yeah.
Put some bounce sheets in there.
Oh, you had
in the dryer.
Oh man, you don't want no static. Come on.
Got it all.
I mean, we hung him outside to dry like the clothes on the line.
Oh man,
with the clips.
You had to put like 5 clips on him, man. That's just to dry him. He's that washed. He's super soaked.
The Philadelphia Eagles at 8-2 visit the Dallas Cowboys at 4-5-1. Philadelphia is a 3.5-point road favorite. Does this game tickle your fancy?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. This team is 25-2 in their last 27, and we treat them like they 2-8.
Well, they treat themselves like they're 2-8.
But
they're the most miserable, great team in the world.
They don't like their quarterback.
They're all miserable. They're all
winning.
Yeah, they don't care. They're all just the only guy who seems happy right now is Jalen Phillips. He's the new
Even
guy.
trade Jalen for Tua.
Even trade?
Hurts for Tua.
I'd rather have Jalen Hurts.
Yeah? Why?
He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's been the best player on the field. He can do the tush push. He's proven himself.
He wins.
I got you.
Like, is that even a debate right now?
And he's not hurt.
He don't get hurt.
Do you? I mean, like, you're taking Tua over Jalen Hurts?
I just asked. It just came up.
I asking you the question.
Really
you can give an opinion on it too.
Yeah, they both have totally different skill sets. Like, one quarterback's accurate.
One that fence you're sitting on. Just pick it.
You gotta ask the man a question.
You asked me the question. Answer the question.
Who's the coach?
Oh, get out of here. I don't even. You know what? I don't care.
Nah, you know what?
I don't care.
Leroy,
Minus one.
you get
Minus
a minus one.
Minus one, dude.
Come on, Leroy. How you gonna ask the question?
Just pick. Just pick.
How you gonna
And
ask
be a sports
question?
radio host. Pick.
I take Tua.
Okay. Crazy.
I would.
Imagine if Tua didn't have Devon Achane this year.
I'm just saying the two apologists. You know what? You need a guy like that. Leroy had somebody's back. He has your back. I respect that. I respect that. I mean, I'm just not gonna take a guy who's never won a playoff game over a guy who's been to 2 Super Bowls, was a Super Bowl
insane
MVP.
behavior.
Every Super Bowl he's played, he's been the best player on the field. I'm just saying, yeah.
Sunday Night Football, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers visit the LA Rams. Bucks 6-4. Slumping a little. Rams 8-2. I think we're going to get about a gazillion packages about the McVay Baker Mayfield bromance that they had for his little fling with the Rams.
Yep.
Well, that was a fling.
It was a fling, but you know they're going to say, oh, this was what turned you around, Baker. That's turned you around. They're going to do that nonstop.
You just went full Berman.
That's how they're going to be, dude. That's how they're going to be. You know, Chris Collinsworth's going to talk about it. It's going to be crazy.
But
Rams are 7-point favorites.
He's going to go crazy for
Does this game tickle your fancy?
Yes.
My
I like
fancy
these.
is tickled.
I like storylines. I like I'm starting to have questions about Tampa though. They're banged up, right?
They're banged up.
No, I know.
It ain't questions. If you banged up, you're banged up. You still played close. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns. It still wasn't almost enough. Like Tampa's a good team, but the Rams,
They
good team.
are they. Is it between?
They're gonna get better.
You
know
gonna
they
say
have the Falcons first round.
you
pick
think the Rams are the best team in the NFC right now?
See,
Huh? Yeah.
let me say it in French. Oui.
Would you go? Who would you go in the AFC? Indy?
No.
Who?
New England.
Okay. All right.
Finally,
Which is
Monday
crazy,
Night
right?
Finally, Monday Night Football. The Carolina Panthers at 6-5.
No.
They got a winning record. You can't. No, I'm not going to allow that. You can't nope a 6-5 team.
Oh, who cares?
Okay, go.
Take on the San Francisco 49ers at 7-4. San Francisco's
who
a touchdown
cares?
favorite. Tickle your fancy?
A touchdown favorite?
Yep.
But they're 6-5. They're only one game apart.
Yeah, but
It's Monday Night Football. Of course, I'll watch.
Bryce Young. They just don't believe in Bryce
I mean, you
Young.
could watch Heat Mavericks that night. You don't got to watch football.
Yeah, I go back and forth.
Oh, who cares?
That is Tickle My Fancy. Back after this. Leroy.
Oh, wait. Hey, why I feel like you in a different place than we are with the glasses and all that.
Oh no, a Frog Boy thinks he's a superstar now. Look at him. He's got
the
fake
pinky
bling on.
ring.
What are you talking about? This pinky ring here that I have here?
Yeah.
This championship Turkey Bowl championship pinky ring I got here, Leroy.
You're looking like, Gordo Razor Ramon right here.
I mean, Razor Ramon would have been fine.
No,
Need
Gordo.
No need for that.
No, you're a Gordo.
No.
Gordo Ramon. That's who you are.
Would have been totally fine.
You're Gordo Ramon.
I have been listening to the show and decided after my ears bled for 2 hours, it was time to make a sub. Sometimes you got to make a substitution, guys. Sometimes you got to put Mills in and see what you can get for CJ Stroud. So
I love the way when people make comments like that.
Yeah,
I love it. If teams did what you guys suggest.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That really, I mean, I understand testing the market, but I think everyone was in agreement that was bizarre.
The CJ Stroud one?
Yeah, that was great.
That was your man.
Listen,
that was your boy.
That's why we had to make a change. This is not something
no,
that I wanted to do.
He had backup. Like the people in the chat were like, "Oh no, why wouldn't you do that?"
They're just gonna follow whatever Tobin says. They don't think for themselves. But I have come here to rectify what I have been listening to for the past 2 hours.
It's either rectify or wreck. It's gonna be something.
It's gonna be one of the two on a Frog Boy Friday, as our boy Tobin goes to get coverage. What are his favorite things to do? Go get coverage of one of the
Palmers.
Instigate.
I'm telling you, this dude for a fight press conference, will leave family. He left me hanging.
Leroy's still upset. This is Leroy saying this story for the second day. You were upset that you were rushed to eat your food, weren't you?
It's true.
Yeah.
You were upset. Like you want to enjoy your meal, and you were upset that he rushed you. Come on, Leroy.
It's not my fault. He's like a garbage disposal.
He's always, you know why? Because it's his journalistic integrity that won't allow him to spend time enjoying food during fight proceedings. So he always has to be on to
it's just the press conference though.
Yeah, I know that's just thing.
He go, you know what he thinks? He thinks he's going there, wiping his hands like this, going, I hope there's shenanigans.
Yeah. And if there's not, he'll provide the shenanigans. We know how he does. But that's a point, by the way. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Schmeethan Schmolding says he's not a model for GQ. He's a model for DQ.
Hey, when was the last time you ate at Dairy Queen?
Ate food or like a blizzard?
Ice cream? A blizzard, anything ice cream.
They got me with those coupons recently, if I'm being honest.
You look like you look like a coupon Dairy Queen eater.
I feel like I should be offended by that, but it is unfortunately true. So how can I? But it was
I don't think I've eaten at a Dairy Queen in 20 years.
20 years? You're missing out, sir.
Well, no, because here's why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because right by my house, I have a Cold Stone.
Yeah. That's fair. I think I'm pretty close to a Dairy Queen, but gotta make time.
I passed 3 Dairy Queens to get to it.
Oh, okay.
And some of them have the Dairy Queen and the Dunkin' Donuts together.
Nah, Baskin Robbins or something like that.
Oh,
right?
Baskin Robbins. That's it. Baskin Robbins, not DQ. Sorry.
They
ice cream, if you don't eat it all and you put it in the freezer, it's an ice cube, right? But if you get Cold Stone and you eat it and put it in the refrigerator, next time you get at it, it's still soft.
Yo,
it's good ice cream.
Fire right now. He says you smell like you look like you smell like Dracar.
What is that? Is that
cologne?
That's a cologne.
In the black bottle. That was the go-to man cologne.
When you walked in, you had cologne on.
Yeah.
It smelled like Dracar.
No. Is Dracar expensive or no?
Back in the day, now it's probably.
I mean, it's right now, but back
I'm rocking a $21 bottle of Nautica right now. That's what you're into.
That's the hood version of Dracar.
All right. You know how I do. Let's get you some headlines. I can pretend like I'm doing a good job here. When he said that at first, I was like, from Game of Thrones?
No.
These headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or at doralhyundai.com. Like I said, I was listening to the show. I have a good synopsis thus far. I've been able to catch 2 headlines. I know you guys started things off praising the Panthers for their 1-0 victory yesterday. That was when Leroy found out the term shutout. I do remember that part. That was an interesting development there in the first segment. They did indeed. Sergei Bobrovsky had another strong performance, and hopefully we can get some healthy guys back in the rotation so the Panthers can get back on track. I did hear you guys also discuss the Miami Heat, and are we?
So wait a minute. Speaking of Miami Heat,
Yeah,
people in the chat, Leroy, have told me to ask Marcos, Frog Boy,
we'll love to,
about Dru Smith.
Yeah, sure.
And how he's balling.
Okay, what's balling?
He's a role player. He's a role player. He's not a starter.
He's not a starter, but he.
So stop acting like he's supposed to score 20 points every.
No.
In the minutes that he's played,
yeah,
he's been a superstar in his role.
He has. Let's go ahead and go over his statistics for the last.
There we go. I just told you can't do it that way.
I can't go over the numbers.
Okay,
because the numbers tell me in 24 minutes last game against the Warriors, which was a pretty close game for the most part. You know, we had the return of Bam. Jimmy Butler was being a baby. See what I did there? That's self-control. And Steph Curry out on the sidelines. Good opportunity for the young guys to get some run. And what did he do? 24 minutes. He was 1 for 5. He was 0 for 2 from 3, and he had 4 points. He had some other statistics too.
What was his plus minus?
He was a negative 903. Hold on, let me update this. This could be.
From what I'm hearing, Dru Smith is doing more in his minutes than you do when you actually come work.
Listen, I am a champion, a Turkey Bowl champion, and I
you're
will not
be
treated this way.
I don't know if you're a champion.
I will not be treated this way. My contributions are way more than a person who prior to that put up 4 points in another game, 6 points in another game. Let's not forget his career high game. You guys want to know his career high game? Yeah, that's 13 points. Can we go to his career high games played in a season? Which, hey, congratulations to Dru Smith, guys.
30 or 40?
15. 15 games. The guy has never played more than 14 games in a season. I have more Audacy points than this guy has minutes in a basketball game.
Right. And you're proud of that?
It's absolutely disgusting that we even
say I got more Audacy points.
-1.
So I have a man question.
All right.
I was gonna save this for later.
Well, Tobin's
but
gone.
Somebody remind me of it. I went to the gym yesterday evening.
Yeah.
I was talking to my boy, and we was just chopping it up about, random stuff or whatever, doing my little ab work, talk. A guy comes over from almost the other side of the gym, and he walks over to me and says, "Could you tone it down a little bit? You're too loud."
Wait,
at the
from
gym.
From the other side of the gym?
Yeah. And everybody turned and looked.
What?
Like, what's wrong with this dude? And so I said, do we know each other? Are you serious? Or are you just kidding? No, I'm serious. I can't even concentrate on my workout. I said, you're 30 yards away. I said, what made you decide to come all the way over here? And, and so everybody's looking at me and I'm looking at him and I'm trying to,
do they
figure
know
out,
who you are?
Huh?
Do people know who you are?
The other people did.
See, that's
he didn't.
See,
so
that's yeah.
They were looking at me crazy. So I just looked over at him and I said, listen, I'm gonna give you a pass. You don't know me. I don't know you. But I'm gonna suggest that you take your ass on the other side of that gym real quick.
Oh, no. Did he go on the other? So did he take his ass?
He left.
I'm
That's
pretty
it.
positive he went to the other side.
Nah. Leroy won. Plus one.
Yeah, of course.
But
No, but I'm just saying, like, have you ever been told to be quiet at a gym? A gym is the loudest public place there is.
I can understand someone like sometimes, you know, they have that they had Planet Fitness installed that lug alarm. They don't want people grunting loud or like, you know, slamming weights or something like that. Even
So
then,
they don't want the meatheads.
Here's the other
for sure.
thing.
But you having a conversation unless you're literally
I'm
yelling,
right next to the guy I'm talking to.
His name is Big Mouth Leroy.
But I'm right next to the guy. I'm right next to the guy I'm talking to.
So this guy, well, okay. Can I ask about this gentleman?
Intangible?
Don't tell me yet. Don't tell me yet. Yeah.
Intangibles.
Oh, there you go.
And old.
Yeah.
there you go. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, you know, that answers a lot of questions.
So I'm like, wow.
I was like, what? I want to know, what was he lifting? Like, what do you need to focus on?
Yeah,
sir?
Leroy. Like, give me a tail of the tape.
You got 35-pound weights you can't focus on because Leroy is yapping.
No,
over
here's
there?
the other
Dude,
thing.
he wasn't even doing that.
But here's the
What
other
are we
thing,
doing?
ladies and gentlemen. If you're at the gym, don't you have headphones?
Yeah, he had headphones on.
So time out. You have headphones
He
on.
had headphones on.
Nah,
the
you just
volume up.
no. Somebody, you know what? He knew who you were, Leroy. He wanted to cause a scene, and he wanted to see what your reaction was because
Really?
that has to be. You can't have headphones.
I couldn't
on.
give a reaction because I was so shocked that somebody said
That was clearly because you can't have headphones on, right? So if you had headphones on, you should be listening to something. Whatever you're listening to should block out whatever conversation is happening on the other side.
Maybe he's listening to smooth.
And then all the people at the gym, start looking at him like, was he serious?
Yeah, he want. Yeah, that's what it was. That was what it was. He knew who you were. He was trying. They were trying to get a scene. That because that he handled it better than I would have. Because I'm like, wait, no, you're absolutely.
Nah,
trying.
you know what, Vlad?
You're trying.
Here's the funny thing about it. I was caught so off guard by it. Even the people around were like looking like, is he serious?
That's what I'm saying. That's somebody.
Right.
Yeah, like if the people around us, they knew who you were, and this man, whatever, maybe never watched football, never seen the shoulder pad, the neck pads. He didn't know who you were. They were causing the scene because now everybody's looking at you and how you're going to react. So if you,
well, it wasn't even. They were looking at the situation, being shocked that he came over there.
But now it's okay. What is Leroy Horde, the former athlete, the current host of the Tobin and Leroy show on WQAM? What's his good response?
Nah, I don't like. I don't
think that should matter, man. Honestly,
I don't get into that stuff. If he would have put it this way, when I said what I said, he turned around and walked away. Because I have a rule.
Should have challenged.
I have a rule. If you old enough for your mouth to get you into trouble, you better be bad enough for your ass to get you out of trouble.
But you know what? Though,
the fact that he came over there with that nonsense, if he would have kept going, right? Whatever.
Point.
Hey.
Twitcher.
Thought you were Leroy Ford.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I ain't never been in. I don't usually get in altercations like that. Yeah. Because I mind my own business. But I had my little earbuds in. I was talking to my guy. And
so everybody had earbuds in. So everybody had headphones.
But I had mine turned down so I could talk to my boy right next to me.
Cool.
You know what though? What I find horrible is this is a guy who's like, hey, it's a little loud in here. Can you please keep it down? You know, everyone is entitled to their own workout space. And then you go to the locker room. And his Bojangles around with baby powder because he's just like, oh, everyone, you know, we should all be comfortable in those
Wait a minute.
The thing is, I was just kind of worrying, how did he point me out and he had to walk past 25 people to get to me?
And wait a minute. It's a damn gym.
Right.
It's gonna be noisy.
Hey, Vlad, my first comment was, I say, at a gym?
What, you gonna tell the metal to stop banging and clanging?
I don't know. I'll say, well, you
did a better job. Good job by you.
You know what? It wasn't no. Listen, contrary to popular belief, I only get into it when I have to, right? That wasn't a necessary. Like I just laugh at him and
But that
call
was
him
good
a
because
bleeping clown.
if you had felt the other way, you would have every right to. Like, is this guy really being serious?
Yeah.
Like, not because then you be like, that's not. Then you start saying, like, is this guy trying you? Like, is this guy?
I never even thought about that because I was so damn shocked.
Do I look funny to you?
Do I make you laugh? Like
I make you laugh, huh? But back to your Dru Smith thing, Marcos. You've been wrong about him. So
what do you mean? But how am I wrong? What is wrong? You guys say he's balling because he has like 5 points. Like, is that balling?
For the role that he's in, he's balling. Just apologize.
He went 1 for 5 last game though.
Yeah,
but
he threw it at Spo. He threw it at Spo, and it brought the energy, bro.
Yeah.
It's about time someone did something. I mean, I know he's going through some stuff, but geez, a little bit of more creativity, Spo. I mean, the last game-winning play had to be from Chris Quinn, which I told you Chris Quinn should be in that position. There, Spo goes there. We get it. We get it.
I will give you credit though, even though I'm clowning on you. You were right about Clay.
Oh, guys, come on. Seen that?
I mean,
also, I was right about Travis Kelce too. I mean, come on.
I don't know about that about Kelce. He's still balling.
5 and 5. Well, okay. See this whole balling thing that we keep getting back to. I think we need to understand and redefine that word. And luckily for everyone,
we're gonna be playing a game.
We got 2 hours of Frog Boy and Frog Boy Madness. Of course, we got games. And I have a little secret for you guys. Something that I've been holding on to for a while. And
you're gonna share
the reason why I think the Miami Hurricanes will be victorious next week. We find that
next week or this week?
I'm sorry, this week. And honestly, for the rest of the time that this secret weapon is at the Miami University of Miami. We got that and much more on the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin will return next week. He's covering a Paul brother. Who knows what he's doing?
Actually, he'll be back in like an hour.
But is he coming back?
Well, he's not gonna be. He'll join us from somewhere in the Kaseya Center.
Unless things get hot and heavy, then he gonna ditch us.
Unless he instigates a big fight.
You know how he's
going to instigate. He might grab a cap. He might, he might tap somebody on the shoulder. He'll do anything.
The secret to the Canes' victory next. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. It is your boy Frog Boy here on a Frog Boy Friday, a football Friday, and an opportunity now to give you a fantasy football Friday update, courtesy of Tito's Fantasy Football.
Tito's
Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. Distilled 6 times till it's just right. Tito's is known for great vodka, giving back, and doing good for dogs. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. My update to you is the standings of our Audacy Fantasy Football League. And why would anyone talk about standings in a league that doesn't?
Unless you're in first place.
Unless you are in first place.
That's only because I left the league.
And I appreciate you doing so because it has allowed for me to run rampant through the standings. I am currently, like I said, in first place at a whopping 8-3.
Not bad.
Look at me.
Not bad.
Just look at me, guys. Now I do have a tough matchup against Jimmy's Menthols, which is 7-4. I know Jimmy's out in the hallway.
Jimmy's here. He was talking trash. He said you're gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, he did. Jimmy's actually mean to me. I don't know if you guys know that.
Jimmy's normally mean. He's a mean young man.
He's just like everyone else is like, oh, poor little. Maybe that's why I pick on Dru Smith, because sometimes it's these unassuming people that you don't think is really. I know there's something. You know what? Dru Smith probably hasn't paid parking tickets in 2 years. That's probably it. There's something on him. I'm gonna know. I'm gonna get to it, and then when we find out, you all rue the day. And speaking of the day, I want to give you a quick segment here as we give you a day today. We're gonna go around and name these celebrities who are celebrating a birthday today, and determine how old it makes us feel as we continue to do that. Let's start with a streaming star right now, 17 years old. So I'm sure you guys know who he is. Ray Kai. You guys know who Ray Kai is? No, heard. You guys know anything about this streaming world that's going on right now, right? That's like a young man's game, right? Like if you're in your room all day watching another person in their room, you need
a life.
You're probably a teenager, hopefully, or you need a life. You need a life for sure. Wrestling, Nikki Garcia.
Oh, Nikki, really?
Did you know that? 42 years old.
Oh,
42
man.
years old.
Her and Bree getting up there.
Bree, as in Brie Bella. 42 years old, birthday today as well.
I know you said Nikki, so Bree's birthday would have to be today.
They're twins.
I want you to know that because their names are different, those are two different people to me.
No, they're not.
And also, they were separated by 4 rows. Who wouldn't? Let me speak to this person who did this website. Why don't you put them next to each other? Davido. You familiar
the singer?
with his work? Yeah.
He's Haitian.
33. Is he Haitian? Haiti World Cup, huh? Listen,
yes, we are thrilled and ecstatic.
I am on a Pickles run right now, so
you look like you've been on a Pickles and Griot run.
No need,
portly.
No need.
You're portly, baby.
It's a radio medium. We can let them use their imagination.
They can see it on YouTube.
Michael Strahan,
the dual screen,
54.
Right, it's good for him.
Looks good. Let's go 54.
Good morning, America.
If I were to tell you who is probably one of the most famous grill makers, Vlad, who would you think?
George Foreman. But he's passed away.
Hey, you know what? You're not wrong, but I meant teeth. So, in that sense, Johnny Dang.
Oh, you meant
he meant grill.
Well, you said grill. I'm thinking of barbecue. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hey, I was about to yell Traeger.
No. Well, he said Grill Masters, right?
I was saying, well, okay, I guess
you said Grill Masters.
I said masters of making the grill, so I understand what you mean. No, hey, you were not wrong. You were not wrong.
Johnny Dang.
Johnny Dang.
How old is he?
51.
All right.
Let's get to a name that I know Leroy will definitely know because he hasn't cared about any of these, not even Michael Strahan. Ken Griffey Jr. The kid. It's no longer the kid.
Sweetest swing in all of baseball.
sweetest swing on.
You can't you don't realize how fast his bat is moving until you see it live.
Yeah.
But on TV, it just looks like he has a long, slow swing.
All right.
56 years old.
He's 56.
Mhm.
Dang, he's only 9. He's only 9 years old. All right. That's not bad.
Not bad. You're 9 years younger than the kid.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else important? No, let's find out what day we're supposed to be celebrating today. As we all know, there's usually some sort of weird day assigned to every one of these things. Let's see how much any of these resonate with us. Today is National Gingerbread Cookie Day. How do you feel?
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of gingerbread cookies. Not really crazy.
Gingerbread cookie, gingerbread house.
Yeah, what is
Gingerbread
what
man?
is this gingerbread thing? These holidays got a way of bringing stuff in that's usually not relevant, but once a year we're like, you know what?
You know what's crazy? This is the honest truth. This is when you know you're from the South, the real South, not here.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. I never had a piece of pumpkin pie until I got to college. Ever. In fact, I got fooled because I thought it was sweet potato pie. And it wasn't sweet. And I was like, hey, you ain't put enough sugar in here. They go, no, that's pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. What? Because pumpkin is an up north thing. You don't have no pumpkin patches in Louisiana.
I'm not really crazy about anything pumpkin spice, pumpkin lattes, any of that stuff.
I like pumpkin flavor stuff. Like they have the little, at Publix, they have the little bites, the little pumpkin bites. Oh,
Yeah.
I kill those.
Man.
But as far as pie, if I had my rathers, I'd go with pecan pie or sweet potato pie. Or I'm gonna tell you something that I've grown close to.
Okay.
Not key lime pie, key lime cheesecake, because the texture is a little firmer.
You have mentioned this. You have, and there is a distinction for sure. But I will say, while briefly, as we move on to the next day we're supposed to be celebrating next week, I will be hosting Wednesday before Thanksgiving and Friday after Thanksgiving.
All right. Let's see.
So we will not be doing anything with games. I don't care what is going on.
We doing Thanksgiving games.
Are you working?
We're ranking food.
Leroy with us next week?
Leroy, will you be here next week?
Wednesday.
And then Friday you will be.
It's the best stuff. It's best stuff.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it saves me a day.
Yeah, it's best stuff.
It changes my plans though. Opens up my plans a little bit. Anyway.
You don't want listen, you're supposed to have some kind of hangover from Thanksgiving, right?
No, I'm gonna be alone. So I'm gonna be going to multiple houses, stealing plates, and then getting home early and sleeping.
Well, I got you. I got you for Thursday.
Leroy, hey, listen, if you are anywhere,
I'll let you know what's up. I'm not doing a whole turkey.
Yeah,
I'm getting 2 turkey breasts with the bone in.
Hey, Popeye sells
put those on the grill.
Yeah, man.
Come on. You're not even a little interested?
No.
Oh, and what?
Oh,
Popeye's turkey.
I'm the only one on this show interested in the Popeye's turkey.
Yes, you are.
Okay, guys.
Dude.
Sure.
It's something about turkey you got to have a little bit fresher than you would get
from a
buying it cooked from somewhere. And I don't really I know we do this with ham.
Have you tried
But I can't do this with turkey where they go, here, come pick up your turkey. You got to cook it for 2 hours.
Yeah, see, I don't want to do that. I want to go through the drive-thru and get some biscuits that will potentially make me choke. But for the most part, that turkey should be just as fire as a chicken sandwich, right? It's got to be just as fire.
Except they don't cook it right, fresh, like it's already cooked.
No, they got to deep
fry.
Like
the ham.
Somebody had the Popeye's turkey last year and it wasn't good, they said.
Who did that?
James.
Oh, of course, a James would.
I don't want to mess up your last name. I think it's Gozanos.
Oh, we can't trust this guy.
James Gozanos, 4425. He said, Marcos, I had the Popeye turkey last year. Wasn't good.
Can't trust that guy. I don't know. He seems like he's a bot. Can't trust him.
Somebody say, I guarantee they eat pumpkin pie in Louisiana all the time. Hey, I'm telling you as a fact. I never
Yeah.
had a piece of pumpkin pie till I got to college. Why would I make that up? I love food.
Another controversial food day tied into November 21st. How about National Stuffing Day?
Stuffing.
I can do without it.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I know
You
some
don't
people
like stuffing?
who's making the stuffing. I
Here's
understand.
what you got to do. First of all, to the people making stuffing,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what you do. You want to really, really get your stuffing right? Go get you a pack of chicken gizzards, boil them.
What are you even talking about here?
And then chop them up and put it in the if you don't like the chicken gizzards, you can put some sausage, but go ahead and throw some tiny little pieces of meat in there.
Yeah.
And then, it ain't stuffing until you put all the gravy over top of everything. Now, do you do mashed potatoes and stuffing, or do you do mashed potatoes or stuffing? Because I don't eat both of them.
Well, it's a feast, Leroy. So I'm gonna put everything on my plate. It's a feast.
Yeah, but those are space takers. You know what I'm saying?
Multiple rounds, baby. Multiple rounds. Hey, you're saying a bunch of rookie things right now, but you're probably cooking and stuff. So I'll give you
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I go mac and cheese. Now, I'm gonna tell you what.
Well, we got them started.
Every year.
Wait. Leroy, tell us after this break.
There's a whole other week. We got a whole other week.
Tell us after the break.
All right. You got me going because I gotta go start getting my stuff together. I don't want to be in all that rush hour.
All right. Well, we'll make sure that he has enough time to do that and that we have enough time to get through a Marcos mixed bag, more Miami Hurricanes talk, Miami Heat, that and much more when we come back on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. And Leroy's not there, but you know who is there? Figgy.
Hello. How you doing, Marcos?
Everybody's happy now.
Everybody is happy now.
As y'all should be.
Well, we're happy when you come on, but definitely the chat line is happy. Guys were like, "Hey, is Brittany here? Is Jay Fig here?"
Yeah,
You know.
no, unfortunately.
Answer is always yes, though.
Clearly.
Unfortunately, just another measly old frog boy Friday. If you are just
Half a Friday.
Half a Friday, yeah, for sure. Our boy Tobin has hit the bricks for the day. He went ahead and sent our boy Jake Paul well wishes as he is set to potentially die against what is looked to be a tough matchup in Anthony Joshua.
Well, die? I mean, that's a little,
hey,
a little extreme.
That's very extreme, by the way.
It is by far.
Could possibly get knocked into the shadow realm.
Definitely shadow realms. Okay,
Wow.
I'm thinking if we all watched the Martin episode when Tommy the Hitman Hearns fought Martin and Gina had to kiss Martin on those bruises and bumps, which was just hysterical. That's what I'm expecting for Jake Paul. And he's an intangible, so the bruises will show very easily. However, I don't think he's going to be perishing Earth in this fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little extreme.
Maybe a little extreme. But put that in the headlines. That's that always works well. Let's get to some items in the mixed bag. I was listening to the show, but there was a brief moment in which I didn't. So I just want to make sure that I'm not playing anything that you may have already played. So I want to know, correct me if I'm wrong, did you guys hear any sound from AJ Brown?
Yeah, no, he did not play. I think he wanted to play, but he did not play it.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get to that sound now. I'm not sure if you guys have been monitoring what's been going on with this whole AJ Brown and Philly thing, but it's hard to ignore it because you know how the NFL can beat some storylines into the ground. But the Philadelphia Eagles star wide receiver has been going through a bit of a mental up and down, which I don't know if anyone has ever experienced while someone is winning. Has anyone seen a meltdown of such a magnitude while things are going good?
I don't know if it's necessarily a meltdown when you're 8-2 and the questions come at you every week like, what's wrong? You know what I mean? It kind of wears on you. They've won what? 25, 28, 24, 27 games. And after every game, they win, and they only care about coming to him and asking him questions about his success. That's a weird thing. So I can understand why he would be frustrated. He's already frustrated because he's not having the production he wants, but the team is winning. And the more he complains about his production, the less of a team player he looks, right? Oh, you don't care about winning. You just care about your numbers.
Vlad, earlier, I know you called for Tyreek Hill to Buffalo, I think is what you had mentioned.
No, who was it? Schmeathan said that, you know, that when we were talking about the, you know, Tyreek and everything, and how Buffalo needs a receiver after being manhandled by the Texans defense.
Yeah.
You know, when the Dolphins let him go, he'll probably go to Buffalo and then, you know,
of course.
And then all of a sudden become Tyreek Hill again. But I'm gonna defend AJ. I'm gonna defend AJ. I'm just saying it might, knowing the luck of the Dolphins, that would probably would happen. Now on the Eagle part, I'm gonna defend AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'm
defending AJ Brown.
Why?
Because when here's the thing, and Leroy can back me up on this. When you watch the film and then you see that guys are open or guys were doing their job and the quarterback is not being aggressive or is worrying about maybe his individual, it's not a team thing, it's more becoming an individual, then I can understand the frustration because it's totally a 360 from what the offense was last season to what it's become now. And
here's what I think winning, part of they winning, but here's part of the problem. When you were running the ball the way you were running it last year, and they had to pay more attention to you running the ball. That created different plays down the field. They haven't run the ball as well, so the play action doesn't work as well, and you're in a lot of must-throw situations, which doesn't help much. They don't have the flexibility of being an offense where you can't figure out what they're going to do because everything's working. So there's that. However, even with all that, they're 8-2. So what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, this is AJ Brown on if he is the same player.
There's speculation out there that you are not the same player you once were. What would you say to those people?
I guess Saquon ain't the same player either.
His response, I guess their corner isn't the same player
No,
either.
Saquon.
Oh, I was like, what? What does that even?
Because Saquon is not having the same season that he had
Right,
last
but
year.
that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's even, actually, now that I know what he said, that's even worse, though. At first, I thought he
Not
was just
really.
saying, oh, I read the corner.
Not
Yes.
really.
No, because
But-
why are you asking me this question?
Right. Why you not asking Saquon? Are you falling? Saquon, are you falling off? You ain't starting off the way you did last year.
Well, how come he couldn't say, you know, you could say the same about a couple of my other teammates or other players from around the league. He said Saquon.
Because
Ask
you're
him.
asking me
Yeah.
why I'm not putting up the numbers on this team. And
Yeah.
I've been stating that nobody's putting up the numbers on this team because the
For sure.
offense as a whole is not doing their jobs and function. So therefore, why ask me?
Hey, finger on the dumb button there.
I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. I said
I
function.
don't know, but
I said function.
You got the first three letters right.
I said function. There was no
I know.
CK. There was no CK. There was no
Okay.
Calvin Klein.
I got you. You good.
There was no Calvin Klein. I'm not you guys.
Okay.
There was no Calvin Klein. But yes, the offense is not producing like they were last season. So therefore, why don't you ask the same? Why don't you ask those guys? Why are you asking me? Because everybody knows.
Well, how come he didn't say that? How come he didn't say, well, nobody's, you know, and he was like,
He's
they
been-
asked him
they've been-
specifically. Because they
Here.
specifically asked
Here,
him.
they've been asking him, and they go right to him every week.
Yeah.
You know what? They know what they were doing because
Yeah.
of the fact that he talked last week on his stream. So therefore, they feel like, oh, well, let me ask him this question. Well, do you feel like you're the same player? That's almost you know what kind of answer you wanted to get when you ask a player like that question. You know, you want a response. You want a viral response, and he gave them one.
I don't think he was being disrespectful. I just think he was being kind of like, hey, man, we're all not having the same season we had last year.
well, we will keep an eye on that and much more. Final hour of the show.
You gotta tell us who the secret Canes,
The
secret to the Canes success.
to the Canes success. Next hour on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Hey, I'm about to bring it back. I'm about to wrap the traffic. Hey, don't take Golden Glaze. It's a lot of traffic. Somebody dropped a lot of plastic. Someone said I need chapstick. Someone said I gotta vomit.
You need lips, don't you?
Hey, no, I got some. Hey, hold on. Okay.
Do it again.
Hey, yo.
Frogs don't have lips.
Look, if this was circa 2009 on Facebook, hit you with one of these. Come on now.
Okay.
That had to be in your bag when it came to photos. That had to be in your bag. Except for if you're Vlad, because you're a grown man by then. So don't do that. You know, if you're in high school like me, totally acceptable.
Oh my God.
Totally acceptable. But this is the Tobin and Leroy show right now. Our boy Tobin is getting that exclusive one-on-one. Probably not, but he's there at least. Jake Paul getting ready for his bout against Anthony
So
Joshua.
the fight is in December, right? December.
You know, this is why I'm not even gonna look, right? Because
no, it was 15.
sure, it could be whatever the hell it is. I don't trust this thing until the bell rings. And until then, I refuse to dive because there's been, you know, Tank Davis. There was, you know, so many different opportunities in which, okay, finally this guy's gonna fight. And then, you know, this happened, that happened, whatever the case may be. So who knows?
He said, Tobin said he thinks that the reason why the Tank Davis thing didn't work out is because of his out of the ring issues.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, they changed it.
Huh?
Yeah, look, data's been changed. Can't trust him. Nonetheless, that is the reason why.
So it's December 19th.
Okay.
Allegedly.
I feel like before it was December 15th.
It can't be on the 15th.
Supposedly.
Because the 15th is in the middle of the damn week.
Yeah, it'd be lit.
So it got to be a weekend.
Okay, well.
Maybe they change the calendar around, Leroy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. No, but she said I thought it was on the 15th. I'm like, it can't be.
Sometimes Tuesdays.
Because I remember Tobin had asked me if I was going to watch it, and I said no, it was my brother's birthday or something like that.
You sure it wasn't the 12th? Could be the 12th or 13th.
No, because I specifically remember saying I'm not gonna go to the event because it's my brother's birthday.
Okay.
Well, the other headlines, which are brought to you by our friends, as I pull this up because I'm not prepared, over at Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito. I should probably read more, but until then, your Florida Panthers 1-0 shutout victory behind a strong performance. Your Miami Heat tonight cup game, right? We got ourselves a cup game. If I'm not mistaken, our point differential is currently helping us from the first blowout of Charlotte, but I think we're still 1-1.
Yep.
Yeah, you're 1-1.
So this will be a big one. This will be a big one for sure. You got Bam Adebayo working his way back. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Tyler is going to miss this one, but he should be set to return against Dallas this weekend. So fingers crossed. I know you guys were mentioning what's going to happen with the starting lineup there. I assume, if I'm not mistaken, Tyler Hero is just immediately inserted, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get him on a minutes restriction. He has to come off the bench because, I mean, I kind of like what I've seen. If we can take away some of this Dru Smith time and add it to more Tyler Hero, that'd be perfect. Because Lord knows Keyshawn hasn't been doing it.
I'm telling you, I've never met anybody who's that athletic and that clumsy with the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that has totally been not helping my Dru Smith case, as I called for some of Dru Smith's minutes to go to Keyshawn only for him to be doing what he has been. But God bless him. And the Heat are here tonight. I believe pre-Heat is at 6:15. Well, I gotta confirm.
No, it's an 8 p.m. game.
Okay, so it's 6:45.
6:45.
You can catch all that action right here with Solana at 6:45 with
Late night, early morning.
Yeah,
Games at
because
12.
at noon, right?
Yep.
So 8 a.m. pregame.
Yeah, so that
Man,
is
4 hours.
It's always 4 hours, guys.
No, I know, but I remember doing that with
It's actually-
Frito.
I mean, if it was a 7:30 or 7:45 game, it would be like a 4.5 hour pregame. Those night games are the worst ones. Those
Hey,
pregames
they shortened it up. They shortened up that pregame when the Dolphins played at 9:30 in the morning.
Thank God, because I did the imaging for that one. So I only had to do half. Woo! Thank God. Speaking of these Miami Hurricanes, Vlad got a small sneak peek into what I've been telling you guys is the secret to success for the Miami Hurricanes and why I am positive they will win against the Virginia Tech Hokies this weekend. And you know what? I'm calling it now. They're sweeping the rest of the season as long as this happens. Find out next on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. It is a football Friday. It is a bye week for the Dolphins, but it is noon action for the Miami Hurricanes tomorrow as they take on the Virginia Tech Hokies. No more home games for the Miami Hurricanes, so they do travel to Blacksburg, but lucky for them, they don't have to deal with that crazy Blacksburg nighttime in which Vlad said he can smell the racism.
Fam.
I believe it.
I heard the deliverance music.
Yeah.
They were rattling the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's something about seeing, 3 teeth people just
like a riot.
Yeah, it was
not good.
And around Halloween, looked like they've been sleeping all night by the stadium.
That's crazy.
It's nasty, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure.
But all you see is flannel. It's just, yeah, man.
But like a vampire during the day, all the powers are just removed from that place. Nooner, sleepy nooner. And Miami Hurricanes have a secret weapon, ladies and gentlemen. They have a secret weapon that goes beyond game plan, schemes, X's and O's, or even jersey colors. This is something that is deep rooted in mysticism and magical abilities. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to play something for you. Vlad, we're going to start with the first
clip. Up is kidding me. Let's get to it. What the hell?
No, for real. How long did it take you to write that up?
What are you doing, dude?
Vlad, give me the first clip.
Por poco alcanzan a Siecar. Se trata de quitar, va por la izquierda, le viene toda la defensa. ¿Qué vas a hacer, Siecar? Tirarla para afuera porque lo iban a matar. Y señoras y señores, los Huracanes le dicen que no a Notre Dame.
Cuarto down y 9 yardas.
All I heard was sí, señor.
I love how you call for this, and 2 people on the show cannot understand a word.
He can't either.
Wait, 3 people.
Okay, fine. You're right. Only I did.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was an incomplete pass.
Hey, don't let the last name fool you.
Ladies and gentlemen, who the hell cares what he was saying? Did you hear that?
Oh, who cares?
That was an incomplete pass, dude. Let me hear a Mark Fletcher TD run. Mind you, this was from 2 yards away. Vlad, please play me a 2-yard TD run.
Beck que la tiene, Beck buscando, sale hacia la derecha, el disparo para la zona de anotación con una mano. ¡Gol!
¡Wow!
¡Miami!
¡Wow!
¡Gol!
¡Wow!
¡Los Huracanes!
¡Wow!
¡De fantasía! ¡De fantasía! ¡Esto es una jugada de fantasía!
Hey.
Fantasía.
¡A todos los Rock Exterior!
Vlad.
Mira, Michael Irving dándole.
Hey, it sounded like he went from 75 out. I ain't gonna lie. Right?
This was a 2-yard run from Mark Fletcher. 2-yard run.
But usually I can hear the name though. Usually they'll act a fool and they'll go, Fletcher. They didn't even do that. I couldn't hear no names.
Guys, I don't think you understand how
I'm
deep.
sorry on Marcos's behalf, Leroy.
Yeah, look, let me hear. You guys think that was great? Let me hear this fumble recovery, J-Fig. If you like the fantasia. Wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this right here. Let me get a fumble recovery, please, Vlad.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores.
Recovery.
¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! Lo hizo los Huracanes. Justin Scott, el protagonista de esa jugada defensiva.
Wow, dude.
I think I heard.
Qué bonito.
Uh-huh.
Qué
lindo.
Qué lindo.
I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? Have you ever look? You don't have to be a Spanish.
So
3.
I would definitely need to have video of the game while I'm listening to that.
Yeah, but I mean, look. God bless Joe Zagacki and Dom Bailey Jr. But on the television broadcast, you don't get that same
Very
kind
intense
of pizzazz. He just looked at something that happened on the football field with a bunch of grown men. Yeah, I mean, they're college kids, but you get it. And thought that the best way to describe it was que lindo. One more time, let me hear the fumble recovery, please. This is just honestly art.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores. ¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! ¡Lo
¿Qué
hizo!
hermoso?
Lo hizo los
Hermoso.
Huracanes. Justin Scott, el
Hermoso.
protagonista de esa jugada defensiva.
Defensiva.
Now,
I
this
gotta tell you,
that sounds so much better
Yo,
than what
Mr.
I see on TV.
Mr.
that
Herzog,
sounds like
you to me now.
Tobin talking about Dru Smith.
Oh, now look, there is a player that the broadcast, and by the way, you can hear all these calls on our sister station 790 Radio Libre every time there's Miami Hurricanes football.
This is great.
Now, I told myself I would find you a better call, but you're going to be able to hear in this call alone of this is our boy Malachi, or at least I thought it was Malachi Tony.
Not the way you spell it.
Fielding a punt.
You don't know how to spell Malachi?
Bro, if I show you this.
You know what I remember when I hear Malachi? You remember First Sunday when they go into the massage parlor?
Oh.
Loving you. What's your name? Mordecai.
Why did I think? No, I thought. Why did I think Queen Latifah was in First Sunday? I think that's racist of me. But that's messed up. This specific player, Malachi Tony, has really set himself apart. Listen to how the broadcast attempts or succeeds in saying Malachi Tony's name.
Y se va a quedar ahora a la izquierda Malachi Fields.
I'm sorry.
What?
So this is Malachi Fields, right? Malachi, as he's fielding a punt. Malachi fields the punt, right? But let me hear it one more time, please.
Y se va a quedar ahora a la izquierda Malachi Fields.
Malaki.
That is wild.
Is that he 1 hour away from calling him some BS. Malarkey.
One more time, let me please hear that.
Y se va a quedar ahora a la izquierda Malachi Fields.
Malachi Tony has been lighting it up for the Miami Hurricanes as a standout freshman all season.
And is he so Malachi Fields? Malachi is a secret. It's a secret.
Malachi.
That's equivalent to Leroy Ford.
Yeah, no.
No, but
he got the name right. He just pronounced it wrong.
Malachi. But see, look, maybe that's just, I don't know. Fig, do you know any Hispanic?
Hey, wouldn't that be something?
Actually, yes.
The guy he did the game with, if the guy he did the game with would have pulled something we would do and look over at him and go, mm-mm.
See now, it is something that happens throughout the broadcast, and I don't know if you guys know that his name is Baby Jesus. Apparently, that's his nickname that they've given him from his high school days.
Baby Jesus?
Yeah.
Bebe Jesus, I'm assuming, because there has to be some sort of
Jay Figs, like, enough of your bad Spanish.
-1.
Please cut it out, man.
Some sort of translation.
You're not even Rosetta Stone right now.
I look, this is something that I brought to everyone's attention. I told you guys I will be here next Wednesday, and I think Friday is the best of, so I'm off the hook there. So next Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we will return with the Malachi Tony sounds, as I know he will be an integral part of Virginia Tech's loss
I'm
in
gonna tell you what you better do.
Wait, do the Spanish announce team travel to Blacksburg as well, or do you do the game from local?
That is a good question, because I do hear a crowd, obviously, but
crowd noise.
But they've had so many home games that I don't even know how many times have they traveled? Like twice?
Oh man.
So I think if you're looking at it from a budget friendly perspective, I think they've gone every game thus far. So I'm going to assume in my brain that they're in Blacksburg.
That's a great answer.
Like in my brain, from the perspective of someone who's like hopeful that I get more Malachi Tony calls next week. Yeah, they're going to be there live.
To clarify, that's what you believe is a secret.
The secret weapon is our Spanish broadcast, because it brings us the spunk and flavor.
They ain't better than La Voz.
I mean, it's just first year. We're just giving it a shot. We got Malachi Tony on the bench.
Malachi Fields.
We got Can I hear the fumble recovery one more time? Just because if we're going over what's more exciting, things I have to watch on TV or these people call a fumble recovery, I'm always going to go with this broadcasting.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores. ¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! Lo hizo los Huracanes. Justin Scott, el protagonista de esa jugada defensiva.
That's got swagger. I'm sorry, that has got swagger.
Qué lindo, hermoso.
That is the call you tell your girlfriend not to worry about. And then you look at this guy, he's gonna sneak up on with that. This is how you call sports. This is how you're supposed to call sports. Not that boring he takes the ball, he scores a touchdown. Who cares? I just heard a fumble recovery that was as good as Marv.
The problem is I still don't know what the hell just happened.
Oh, who cares? It's all vibes, Leroy. It's all vibes.
Honestly, Leroy, Marcos probably has no idea either. So.
I'm going off of context clues.
Literally, he's just. You want to know how he really did this segment just now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the most show pony segment you've ever had.
I will tell you this. In all its show poniness, this is some of his best work.
Come on, guys.
What he just basically did was come to the control production room during the breaks, just went to a game.
Yep.
Just went to a rant like any game, got the full game, and just literally went eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then luckily he found the right segment where there was.
So this wasn't really no show prep.
No, there was no show prep. He just basically was like, let me put it here. It's an hour, 12 minutes into the game. Yeah. And he just luckily found where the guys are saying Malachi Tony's name. And
some may say it was luck.
Absolute luck.
Others may say
absolute luck.
That's destiny, mercy.
You know why I know, Leroy? Because this is what you would do, Leroy. If you were doing prep, you would get the game. Yeah. You would go to the game, go on like whatever site, get the game, and then follow the plays.
Follow the plays with
and then you would be able to do it. But there's two things that what's gonna happen here. The man don't know Spanish, even though he's Spanish.
Yeah, but hey, those were good calls.
So he can't read. He wouldn't understand what to do.
He's so lucky that all this man was saying was hermoso, lindo.
No guys, again, we can say it was luck, or we can say Stevie Wonder got behind the wheel, and what do you know? I made it to my destination.
Did you?
Okay. There's a lot of work in.
Funny. And then all of a sudden, Stevie Wonder gets behind the wheel and then runs into a tree and crashes the car.
Look, I don't want him to be my Uber, but I gave him a shot and he made it.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy did that joke.
Good. His special is actually really funny. I think that's out.
The Netflix
that documentary.
Yeah,
pretty good. When we come back, it is time to bury some people. Find out who's dead to me on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. It is your boy Frog Boy, two-time Turkey Bowl champion, checking in, and J Fig.
I thought the Turkey Bowl was held on Thanksgiving.
It is, but this may come as a shocker. There's been more than one Thanksgiving, and I have won 2 of them. That is why I walk around with this championship ring. I lost my other one. That's why I only have one. Yes, much like my success with the lava, it is something
I got 3 Rose Bowl rings.
Those are cool, I guess, if you're into that. If you're into something that you're into, then I guess that's cool. But
I have 2 that say MVP on the bottom of it.
Yeah, mine. Let me see. No, it says
Well, you know what? This past weekend I had onion rings, guys.
you know what they say? If you like it, go ahead and put a ring on it.
That was bad.
Gracefully.
That was -1. Go ahead.
That was great. Okay, you're welcome.
Oh, there he goes.
Wait, mine or his?
No,
not you. Yours was good.
No, it's hers. Totally.
No, your onion was good, but him. He tried to Beyonce it.
What?
If you don't like it, put
Okay. Yeah, that was wrong.
All right, I will start things off for it. Dead to me today, and it is something that has to be said. It must be addressed. I've been listening to the show all day. I listened to our precious Tickle My Fancy, and it was not brought up once. This nauseating friendship is finally no longer going to be stuffed in my face like propaganda. I no longer have to see interviews in which these two people are so close to each other they almost melt into one. And that is because it has finally been released to a 69% tomato meter, according to Rotten Tomatoes. And of course, I am talking about Wicked for Good. And I am done with seeing you two actresses for good.
I gotta go see it.
Oh, God bless your soul, my friend. I think I did hear that you made a movie pack with old Big Spoon, correct?
Little teaspoon.
No, those teaspoon.
Teaspoon. That's adorable. And you know what? For her, I hope it is good. But for what a lot of people are saying, it is a tremendous drop off. I only know because my wife.
But who are these people that you're
Well,
referring
Rotten
to?
Tomatoes has its tomato meter, the first one at 88% and this one at 69%. I know they did something different in regards to marketing, in which there was like a lot of things that were withheld because they wanted to make sure that it was like a fresh watch when it came out. But with that being said, my wife came home yesterday and she wasn't crying at all. So therefore, that is my measurement that this movie.
Okay, wait, but does she usually cry during movies?
She's married to you, though.
Okay, which is a lot of reason to cry, one may say, but based off of her reactions to the first one, this was the greatest. She came home a singer. She came home with tears in her eyes and merch in our Amazon cart. Yesterday, she came home with a sweater and a popcorn bucket and was like, it was good. And then when I ask her, she does what J Fig does with the Taylor Swift album, where she's like,
you know what? Mine is not immediately for lying.
Wow.
It's good. It's good. It's just, it's just good, I guess. My thing is, the jig is up. You had it with that first movie. You realize you made a movie too long, so you split it into 2, and you're trying to capitalize and trying to go through this whole thing in which I have to see this interview process of you two kissing on each other and loving each other. And I'm sure everything's totally normal and fine, but it just makes me like, I'm sick of it. I don't want to see it no more. I don't want to hear nothing about this stupid movie.
How often were you
Wicked. How often was I hearing maybe it was my algorithm, but anytime.
Why is it your algorithm, Marcos?
Because whenever anyone's not around, I go,
I'm sure you do.
That was pretty good. I'm going to auto-tune that, and later on, I'm going to play that with my Malachi Tony highlights. That is I got almost better the second time. Leroy, who is dead to you?
It's a group of people. I've been frequenting the gym recently, trying to get everything, back in order. And I'm starting to notice everybody in the gym think they're a gym expert. They want to move all the equipment so they can do their own special exercises. And I'm getting tired of it.
And put their cameras up, right?
With the cameras up. So you have 2 or 3 people with a tripod, with their phone, with the equipment that's supposed to be over at the bench. They have it underneath something else. Enough of this. The gym is set up with all the necessary exercises and equipment where it needs to go. If you had a better way to use that equipment, why don't you come up with your own product line?
You're challenging people to invent their own.
Yeah. I'm tired of, like, I go over to see a bench. I'm like, where the hell's the bench? Some dude is doing tricep curls over somewhere else. You couldn't do that right here?
Sometimes I see people attach resistance bands to a Smith machine, and I'm like, just use a bench.
Right. Exactly. So I don't know where they're getting all this stuff from.
I can tell you
and
where.
then the other thing is that guess what?
TikTok.
If I look across the gym and I see somebody doing a special exercise, he better be swole or she better be swole or they better be ripped and cut. It ain't even that. So I'm like, why are we following you anyway? You ain't got a body by Jay.
That's why I stopped going to the gym.
Huh?
Point for
I'm just saying. They all dead to me. Use the equipment like it was designed. There's professionals that design that equipment so you can get all of your activities and your exercises in. Then they never move it back.
Yeah, that was body by Jake, man.
That's a sign of your age right there.
No, listen. You wake up in the morning, you should see Jake. You should see Jake working out.
What about what's the other one? Tracy Austin?
No, Keanu Flex.
What?
Yeah.
Now I'm on both Flex. That's as far as I go. Billy Blanks. My mom
Didn't
had
that dude get in trouble for something?
Probably tax evasion.
Jeez.
Why don't I just assume that? Figgy, who is dead to you?
Well, remember when I said that
the Taylor Swift album was good?
Nope.
No.
That very useless bridge they're building downtown.
Yes, that arc, whatever
whatever that is, caused much more traffic this time around because there was a crane malfunction and it closed down the entire eastbound Dolphin Expressway.
No.
Oh my goodness.
So just more chaos. I thought they were gonna stop doing this till they were like on a break building this for I don't know how long. And
this has been the worst. I think they ran out of
continue, and it's gonna go on for till like 2029 or something like that.
Boo! Boo them! Boo!
Can they just quit? Can they just stop, please?
Nick T says Marco says a body by cake. Ricardo says Marco's body by flan. Real mature, guys.
Point
Real mature.
for Twitcher.
Vlad, who is dead to you, good sir?
No one.
Okay.
No one bothered me this week.
It's a good week for you.
No one.
It's a good week.
Yeah.
That's honestly, you know what? That's good because if you don't have to murder anyone,
why?
We're not going to force you to.
No.
We're not going to force you.
Let me save my murders.
That's good. That's good. But I expect a double homicide one of these weeks.
Well, you know, the streets always need a body.
The streets
always need a body.
Listen, and if you're robbing me of a body this week, I'm gonna need 2 next week.
You know what? Next week is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
There'll be more bodies.
Okay.
To be
really?
done.
Oh, you know, some relative gonna come to the
because
house with some raggedy dish.
Oh, that's true.
That's even the perfect
That's
bodies
true.
because everybody gets stuff. That's easy. It's easy.
We'll talk about that next week. But you know, somebody always bring. I made my special, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
And you know what I say? All you people that made that special dish that's still here, take it with you.
I feel like
That
that
is
happens
crazy.
just in your household because every single
What?
Thanksgiving in mine,
That
there's
would be
just no
sweet.
leftovers.
Ooh.
There's no leftovers except the stuff that people don't like.
Oh, you know
Exactly, that's leftovers.
I am sorry.
Uh-oh.
There is something that is dead to me.
What's up?
And I just saw it right now.
Oh no.
That's what it was. And I told Tobin this early, so this is why.
My championship ring?
Not your championship ring.
Okay.
I'm sick. You know what's dead to me, Leroy? If I see another former NFL player rock a sports jacket and hoodie, I'm murking them. I am murking them.
Oh, you
I'm
talking about
tired of that. The Andrew Whitworth. Like I saw Orlovsky and Ryan Clark.
Orlovsky did it.
Oh, come on, man. I'm sick of that, bro.
Come on.
Like either wear the hoodie or wear the sports jacket. Don't wear both. That's ridiculous. That's a fashion faux pas.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's good. Is that French?
Yeah.
That's why. Malaki.
It's Malaki, man.
It is Malaki, dude.
It's poppycock.
We do call that the Whitworth, by the way.
That it is the Whitworth.
Yeah.
And they should replace the W with an S.
Now, I will say this.
Whitshirth?
Big boys get a pass. You know what I'm saying, Vlad? Big boys get a pass.
I gave Whitworth the pass, right?
Right.
But Ryan and Orlovsky, come on, bro.
No. Big boys get a pass.
You know? And then another thing, the kids. All of a sudden, if I see some Nike text that's bad, all of a sudden it's the half vest. What the hell is a half vest?
Wait. What is it?
Oh, the court vest. The court vest.
Oh, okay.
They want you to look all preppy and everything. So they don't want the Nike high tech. So that all of a sudden there's a viral thing going around about, oh, we're not doing Nike high techs anymore. It's all about the quarter techs. I guess it's like vests with the zipper, which is a quarter zip. It's called a quarter zip. The quarter zip vest.
Yeah, so it's still a pullover, but it only quarter zip.
Or half zip. I'm sorry. Thank you. It's called a half zip.
Half zip Nike. Make sure I buy this.
I'm just sick of the hoodie and jacket. Sports coat.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
hey, Vlad.
Taking a stance.
You went full grandpa right before we get off the air.
That's crazy.
No, I didn't.
I'm
cool with it. But fam, like either wear the jacket or wear the hoodie. Don't wear both.
Yeah.
That just like, come on.
You crazy kids. It's mighty the crazy outside.
I don't. Dog, come on, man.
Get on my lawn.
Here's how my weekend's ended. Shedeur Sanders. Good luck, Leroy.
Any final score predictions before we get out of here for the Miami Hurricanes this weekend? I'm going to start. Mine is going to be 35-10 with Malaki Tony putting up 2 touchdowns. That's great.
What was it? Que lindo?
Que hermoso. What a call.
Que lindo.
Que lindo.
Yeah.
Hermoso, right?
Yeah, hermoso.
Hermoso.
What a life. What a life we're living. Leroy, final score this weekend?
I'm going to say 42-20.
All right. And anything on Malaki?
Malaki Fields?
I just can't wait. I promise. Wednesday. Join us Wednesday. It's going to be the best show of the week.
Best show of the week. It's pretty
Best
cool.
show of the week. Call in here. Vlad, any final scores?
What I want would be 38-10. What's going to happen will probably be like 27-13. Miami.
Okay. Yeah, all that respectable. Multiple double-digit leads for all of us.
I'm sorry.
On the way out, dude.
Bro.
On the way out.
Literally,
we're like at the buzzer.
Oh,
he's
my
like, I'm gonna
God.
wait. I'm gonna wait for this.
I think that's like the perfect way to even end the show.
That was like the game winner by USC yesterday in a triple overtime
that was
game.
crazy. It's like
wow. Schmeated at the buzzer.
Schmeated at the buzzer
That was like
says
he was like Larry Bird at the All-Star game.
Marcos looks like the before of an Ozempic ad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay.
Crazy.
Well, when I cry later, who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be there?
The GLP.
Well,
the GLP will be there for you.
Marcos need GLP 2.
Is that
Point
is that, is that a grande large pizza? And hey, listen, if it is a grande large pizza and the Heat win tonight, you can use my code.
Okay, is it for any win or is it a win at home?
No, it's any win.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
baby.
don't forget we have the Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
8 pieces.
J-Fig, last one, score on the way out, final score prediction?
I kind of feel like I lean more towards what Vlad said.
All right. I think Vlad's score was 62-7.
No, I said 38.
No, what?
But it'll be 20.
I think
27,
27. Yeah.
27-13. Now,
I just wanted to get off to a fast start because when they get off the slow starts, they sell hope to the other team, regardless of how good or bad that team is.
Okay, here's another thing. Will the Heat win 2 games this weekend, tonight and Sunday?
Oh, the return of Tyler Hero potentially.
That's on Monday.
Yes.
That's
on Monday.
Yes.
Well, then in that case, no. They're going to split the weekend.
Will the Panthers win Game 7 of the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals? Even though it's not, it's just the extension. This is the first time they meet each other since they knocked them off.
Finals rematch. I got the Panthers. I got the Panthers winning. You know why? They're going to use the momentum of this shutout.
And then finally, the Pinks play on Sunday.
Nope, Messi's going to choke.
Wow.
Heard it here first.
Wow.
Find out.
They're going to lose to Nashville? Is that what you're saying?
Messi's going to choke. Not only are they going to lose, Messi's going to choke.
Messi's going to choke.
Messi is going to choke. I hate to break it to you guys, but look, I give it to you the real.
Repeating it.
Give you guys the real right here on the Tobin Leroy Show. Next week, I'll be back Wednesday for the best show of the week. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Peace.